What's going on? Hold on, let me send this joint up. Let's get them in here. Y'all see the title, Caught Up with the Man Behind the Man. This should be interesting today. This should be very interesting today. Very interesting. Very, very, very interesting. Very interesting. Yes, sir. Very interesting. 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 Let's see. Let me get these out, y'all. Then I'll be right there going on. All right. All right. Let's go. Oh, man. Let's hit it. Shout out to the Dream Team. Shout out to everybody that's here. Hit that like, share, subscribe button. Let everybody know that we live. Let everybody know what the real is. The man behind, caught up with the man behind the man. We're going to talk about it. Caught up with the man behind the man. Oh, yeah. It's going to get interesting today. Caught up with the man behind the man. This is why a lot of people can't stand me. Because I bring the truth, nothing but the truth. So help me God. Let's go. If you're looking for a social platform that's designed by us, made by us, for us, come on over to wegotupz.com, www.wegotupz.com. Tell them, Q.
Yeah. What's up? This your homeboy Ice Cube. You know what it is, the West Coast warlord, the Grand Wizard. Don Mega is in the house. Now check this out. I'm inviting you to join the official Black People Social Network, wegotupz.com. That's wegotupz.com. 100% Black owned, man. I see you here, boys. I see you. You out there doing it, man. And as we say in the Big Three League, we got ups, baby. So wegotupz.com. Check it out, man. You know what I mean? Obviously, you know, Black people, we definitely need to socialize, get together, figure out this system we are going through. So, you know, wegotupz.com promises to be that place. Like I said, Black owned. Gotta love it. And you know, willing to make sure that you guys make a social connection. So wegotupz.com, you know, from your homeboy Ice Cube. Got to throw up the dub, you know, for that. You know what I'm saying? And hey man, officially, official Black People Social Network. You know, I get it right. Don't worry about nothing. Just join, man. Join the official Black People Social Network. Wegotupz.com. wegotupz.com, man. That's easy, man. We got ups, baby. We got ups. Your homeboy Ice Cube, and I'm out. Throwing up the dub for We Got Ups, man. Check it out.
Hey, and when you come over there, hit that blue gray and hit me off with official DanaJay, and then let's chat. Get off the plantation. Let's go.
And I stayed in the zone. So now I'm closer to God. But being closer is hard. The attacks get stronger, become much harder to fight, and they last longer. That's what it's always been. Joy, pain, dark with the light, sun with the rain. The right perspective gives us a game. Night years, all I dream is burn. You get caught outside, then you gon' get burned. Niggas say the word and we gon' burn. We gon' burn. We gon' burn. Night years, all I dream is burn. If you get caught outside, then you gon' get burned. Niggas say the word and we gon' burn. We gon' burn. We gon' burn. Fuck is you on? Fuck us, you niggas is on. We kick in the door, we bustin' the floor, we getting your family gone. Out of here, blood in the air, I'm smelling it down. Don't stop in the bully, I'm gunning you down. You niggas is famous. It's only blocking me, they can come and watch us here. They gotta leave us alone. They know, they forget to say you love it. What you gonna do now? Hope you're ready, cause I'm really about to put it down. Tell you what, I will never disrespect you. Not tomorrow, not tonight, I want to stay with you. Last down, down, make it last down. That's what I'm hoping, I'ma be on. Wanna say stop when the beat say go. There you go again, that voice is slow. Watch you make your girlfriend. You've been waiting patiently, wondering when and where I'll be. The cousin buckets in the industry, making this so that she can't sleep.
What's going on? How y'all doing? I gotta play my theme song real quick. Played all that. But now, here we go. What up, everybody?
Hey, yo, lesson here, babe. You come at the king, you best not miss.
So, y'all see the title, Caught Up with the Man Behind the Man. Caught up with the man behind the man. Almost 2.5 years ago, I told y'all troubled times were coming in the R. Kelly sector. I gave y'all the man. I gave y'all the description. I gave y'all the problems. I gave y'all the whereabouts. I was overlooked. People flocked to me because they seen me with Robert. So a lot of people was, oh, he's going to be the one to take us to the promised land. He's the one that's going to take us to Robert. I opened the door to allow a small number of folks to meet Robert. From that point on, all hell broke loose. I've been lied on, named and blemished. They tried to separate me from the brotherhood. They tried to separate me from Robert. They tried to do anything in their possibility to do these things. So for 2.5 years, I've been attacked from all sides. Never wavered, never crumbled, never fell. Will I sit back and say it got hard to support Robert Kelly? Yeah. Will I say it was times that I wanted to walk away from this fight? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. was at times that I sat back and wondered, like, how can these people be such idiots on this side that say they fight for Robert all the time? So before I get started, I'm gonna say shout out Dream Team, shout out family and friends that's watching from the bushes that's on the lawn, because we don't have bushes, we have the lawn. So pull up your lawn chair, sit on the lawn, do what you do. Now we're into commentary mode. I'm not understanding that people sit back and say, oh, we love Robert Sylvester Kelly. We support Robert Sylvester Kelly. We only here for Robert Sylvester Kelly. But y'all take the focus off of Robert Sylvester Kelly and put it on a 6'3" dark-skinned man with a lazy eye who don't have not one Grammy, who don't have not one hit on the Billboard charts. And y'all made that person, which is me, DanaJay, bigger than Robert Kelly. My question would be how and why? The focus shouldn't be so much about me. That shouldn't be the focus. The focus should be the injustice of Robert Kelly, right? This is what y'all say y'all here for, right? So if y'all here for the focus of Robert Sylvester Kelly, why is Dana the focal point to every last one of y'all? Make that make sense. I'm gonna tell you why. When it comes to Dana name, it holds weight, it carries clout, and you can build your channel off of just saying something negative about DanaJay. Just like the idiots that came out talking about choke no joke challenge. Oh, how about the day ones, DanaJay and DJ Tyson match choke no joke? This is what I gotta say to that. Fuck you that issued a challenge, and fuck choke no joke. That came from me. Ain't no love lost here. You don't stab me in the back and think I'm gonna be cool with you. Nah. Ain't no love lost. Ain't no love found. I mean what I say. I told you this time, it ain't no returns. I don't want no friends. I don't want to work with none of you. I'm good where I'm at. Fuck you. Fuck him. Fuck your challenge. That's where I'm at. At the end of the day, it's crazy how people really get into, oh, the DanaJay, we hold you at a higher standing because you know Robert. That's cool. That's fine and dandy. It's cool. It's fine and dandy. Okay, I don't know what just happened over there on Facebook, but it's cool. It's fine and dandy. When you know better, you do better. So now I know better, so now I'm doing better. Without y'all in my life, I'm cool. We cool over here. We don't want no association with y'all. We good. Follow the leader. That's what I say. At the end of the day, these communications are tripping. At the end of the day, you get to the point where you look at what's really going on. 1 minute, people want to be cool with you. Next minute, they want to stab you in the back because you're putting the truth out about who they rock with. Now, if y'all can remember in the beginning, I grouped people and I said they all work for Don. A couple people was like, we work for Don. But when they think you're not looking, they say stuff like, oh, I can call Don directly. Oh, really? They say stuff like, we believe Don is the muscle. Okay. Then they say idiotic stuff. We believe what Don did was only trying to help Kales. What? We believe that no matter what you say about Don, Russell that is, he's going to help Kales. And Dana, if you trying to help Kales, you'll get on board with Don Russell. All type of red flags. Then you have people that help put the pieces to the puzzle together against Don. Now I'm rocking with Don. And I know people want to be like, oh, he mentioned Don's name a lot. Here's what I'm going to say. I never used to say he not for Kales or that person not for Kales and this and this and this and this. But I'm going to keep it a buck. I told y'all yesterday certain things that I'm going to speak on today. What's the reason for Choke No Joke being brought in? And I'm going to keep it real. Levi went over there to talk to him. I guess it was supposed to be to raise awareness for Robert. At that point, he didn't believe Robert was innocent. So I find it funny. Levi went on there. I went on there. You had a host of others on there. Then you start seeing the snake stuff. So I always wondered why when people left, they called them the Snake Squad. I wonder why this brother called the people that left him alone the Snake Squad. And then I really start thinking, and I really start going deep into it. You can only identify a snake if you are a snake. But I said, nah, don't worry about that. So I kept having dreams about snakes every time I taught this brother. And I overlooked it. And then he snaked me in front of 1,500 people. I thought it was funny. Because I always thought when a snake bites, it's supposed to hurt. It's not supposed to tickle. So when he did it, I guess he felt bad about it because he went on a ghost channel, a channel that nobody goes to, and they trying to build their, shout out to them. I won't say their name because I understand that they don't like me neither. Fine. Nobody likes me, but everybody loves me. You get what I'm saying? Nobody likes me, but everybody loves me. I get it. So I'm starting to believe that like is more powerful than love. Because love is blind, like is truthful. I just helped somebody. Love is blind, but like is truthful. So this brother say, oh, a lot of people coming at me saying I snaked him, but me and him ain't friends. And I just talked about current events that happened. So if me and you ain't friends, if we never were friends, and you just talking about current events that happen, why do it tickle your fancy when I talk about current events that happen? Not unless the current events that you talk about is bullshit. versus the current events that I talk about, that's facts. Not unless I'm blowing the cover off of all of the schemes around Robert while y'all try to implicate me and Levi as running the scheme and Doug as running the scheme. Things that make you go, So what was you talking about yesterday, Dana? Why was Choke brought in? We all thought Choke was brought in by Levi. That's what I thought. Until I start seeing some things. That phone call the other night, it helped me a lot. Because I'm hearing stuff. Like Robert chose Choke. If you know Robert, you know he don't move like that. He's not going to choose somebody he don't know to do anything. If it goes that route, he won't say nothing to nobody. Robert been locked up for almost 3 years, but now he chooses to speak out with letters from 2002 that the judge sealed, so the prosecution couldn't use it against him. But in 2021, these letters have been super sauced a little bit, and now it's being made red to reflect like it's now time. When we all know that Robert wasn't allowed to take anything from Chicago to New York. Okay. I'm just not understanding, like, is people watching the same show that I'm watching? So when I hear the New York folks say, oh, Choke was brought in and Choke was chosen. One story. Second story I was told was Choke hated Rob, but then he had a change of tone against Rob. Second story. Third story I heard was Choke worked for Jay-Z. Didn't his man break your jaw? And you back working for whatever happens, happens. Bygones be bygones. Men put stuff aside for a while. But I have a common question that if I was sitting in front of Jay-Z, I would ask this one question. You were sued for $75 million. What interest do you have in the R. Kelly case, if you have any? And then you shut up. Because either a person's going to pause and say, what? Or they're going to pause and give you an answer. Get it? Get it? It's a distraction to try to take me off my game. That's why I don't like looking at stuff. So at the end of the day, when you know better, you do better. You got to isolate yourself from folks that want to run in a pack. It's cool to run in a pack, but what is your pack full of? Make it make sense. I would rather run in a pack with folks who I know is on the same motion versus running with a pack and nobody knows the next person's agenda. Make it make sense. And I'm not coming up here, I know some people want to see that. But no, I'm talking to you calm because I want you to understand the words that I'm using. Because I want you to see the same film that I see. Make it make sense. What happened on Choke Channel when Don called that dude a bold-faced liar That was an act. The reason why I say that is because you ain't gonna call me a liar, but then I'm gonna come back and still try to defend you and rock for you. No, we gotta have a conversation. What did I lie about? But then that person sits back and lie in your face. But because those people don't like a certain person, me, and they try to take the truth of what I say and spin it to make it seem like I'm lying. But 2 to 3 months down the line, they come back out and say the exact same thing I said. And everybody was like, oh yeah, I knew you was telling the truth. Whoa, wait a minute. I said it first. So if I was to be the one for clout, I would be up here, I did this, I did that, I did that. No, pause, pineapples. We ain't gonna do that. I'm just gonna show you the TV that you might have been watching, but your blinders were on. We have a lady in Texas who rocks hard for Don. Everybody know the feds is on YouTube. They uses her videos from her channel in indictments. So instead of taking credit for what you did, you know what it is? Dana sent it into the prosecution. And because it sounds so sweet, guess what? Everybody that hate Dana runs with it. Until Dana say, prove it. And then they be like, well, you know we can't prove it. Well, shut up then. Oh, well, you said, I can tell you Christopher Columbus came past America. But if you can't prove it, it don't mean I did it. But everything I say, I prove. I told y'all Don messed up Robert's case. Y'all, folks told me I ain't know what I was talking about. And because I knew about it, you hear idiots on YouTube saying, oh, Dana read the indictments a whole year before it came out. How? Make this make sense. This is what I mean when I say objective lit. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Because I'm being texted and everything. And I'm being texted like crazy. I'm not understanding this. Okay. That stuff can wait until I finish. So it's crazy. Because at the end of the day, oh. So I get it. I get it. I'm about to turn my phone off. Sorry about that, y'all. So it's crazy because everybody say this, everybody say that. And I'm gonna go here. People can get on the internet and say whatever. Because on the internet, everything is fine. But hold on. On the internet, everybody's a superhero. Everybody's fine. But face to face, they don't want that smoke. So I'm gonna say this: no matter who go on that platform and say what, When you saw me and I looked you in your eye, that was your time to express how you felt about me. I respect real men and women. I had some beautiful conversations with some folks in New York. Some folks that didn't like me and I ain't like them. They was ready for whatever and so was I. But you don't see us talking about, oh, I didn't like him and he this, he that. That's that fake stuff. You only see one person doing that. But that person was anxious to be on my live, anxious for me to interview them. That's why I say, I got snake eyes. I had to go through something, had to be bit. And for y'all that don't know what I'm talking about, go watch the movie Snake Eyes. Look at what Snake Eyes had to go through to get the knowledge that he had to get. It's going to open your eyes up to a lot of things. At the end of the day, everybody must don this. I always tell you, beware of people who mislead you. Don't worry about what they say. Worry about what they do. And this time, you got to worry about what they say and do. So the misleading part. Oh, I got R. Kelly trophy in my house. Why would you say that and have R. Kelly supporters going crazy? Oh, why he do that? And then that gives them theory to run with their own narratives. And when they come to me with it, I tell them, he's a nobody. He's nothing. Stop entertaining it. Because he's taking the heat off of the person that he rocked with. Everybody, Dana, you lied. That person got the trophies and this and this and this. But then you see on Choke Channel who really got the trophies. And like I said in the chat, y'all taking the heat off the prime person. If you for Robert, it should be one sound, one body, one movement, all together. Then the next thing I hear is, oh, they ain't trying to be the face. Let's break this down. Same thing I told Blockbender. I cannot be a face that already have a face. For the R. Kelly movement, R. Kelly is the face. Robert Sylvester Kelly is the body. We are nothing but a voice. I'm gonna say it again. R. Kelly is the face. Robert Sylvester Kelly is the body. We are nothing but a voice. So when you listen to things that happen on Choke's channel, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go and I'm gonna pull it up because I stripped it and brought it down to where I needed to be. And by me doing that, I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna leave it here and I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna throw one more side note in real quick. Somebody sent me something with the brother, I think his name Chris, that was on the Unfit Person's channel. I'm gonna say this to you, brother. You might not know me, which you don't. You might not even like me. That's fine. But the stuff you were saying about me was totally incorrect. And my request is, if you want to talk to me or if you want to understand me, you can come on my channel and we can talk like men. I don't know you, you don't know me. But I'm gonna tell you this, I'm good in any city I go into. Any city. Ask the people that you was on the panel with. Only 2 of them that's up there know that I'm good in any city I go into. I fear nothing or nobody. I bleed just like they bleed. So all this, he ain't gonna go to a city. He ain't gonna do, man, you got me screwed. You don't know me. I'm gonna be in the city. Oh, he hating on Choke. How? What is there to hate about? I gave that brother fair warning until I seen what my snake eyes, the snakes, and who he rocked with. So it's okay for me to have a change of heart. You see what I'm saying? It's okay. That's just like, since you drive trucks, Chris, you driving with a pack of trucks. They all going to go off the highway, but there's a section where you can stay off. Are you going to go off the highway or are you going to stay off? So that way you can stay on course. Come on, brother. You're a man, think. That's all I'm gonna say to you. So this happened on Choke No Jokes channel, right? And I love watching this because you see the snake for who he is.
For YouTube, I distinctly asked his mother, why does Don have that? How did he get it? Where did he get it? She said, we're keeping it in safekeeping. And if Rob wants it back, all he has to do is ask for it. My thing is, he doesn't even know you have his shit. How the fuck can he ask for it? That was just the 2 boxes that had the picture. She said it was 2 boxes. I don't know what he took from the studio. What he took out of the studio was 1 batch of stuff. Then he went into the warehouse where all of the stuff was already secure. It's not a matter of who should he give it back to. Robert said, put it back from where you fucking got it from. Rob had his shit in safekeeping. Robert had his stuff exactly where the fuck he wanted his shit. It's nobody's place to take your shit and then decide, oh, I'm going to do this, that, and the other with it. It's Robert's shit. If Robert wants the feds to come and get it, it's Robert's call. He never gave permission for anybody to take his shit. So ain't nobody got a say in it. The man has asked for his shit back 10 times through Keith, a dozen times through me. The lawyers have asked, and now Robert himself has told Don, give me my shit back. There's no question the shit is stolen. Return the man's shit. That's it. That's all. Whether you friends, whether you not friends, he didn't give you permission to take his shit.
Sharon, hold on a second. Deboski, I'm gonna let you respond and make sure you keep it respectful, please, brother. All right.
I know Sharon Winbush. We know each other very well. I don't have no disrespect, that I want to stand our way. I'm not disputing anything that Sharon Winbush is saying at all. I'm not disputing anything that Sharon Winbush is saying. But I will say this, not to be working for Don Russell or under his nuts or I'm just looking at things as a practical standpoint.
You surely cap hard for Don Russell, and you've been doing it for a while. You surely been swinging from both of his nuts. Kind of weird to me.
These people was through there rummaging through boxes, fighting over Grammys in the damn Trump hotel, acting like some damn rabid savage that had never seen anything of value in their life. And somebody had to protect the bag if that's the intellectual property, and people just walking through the damn storage, taking what they want, walking through his house with Shabash.
Stop right there. He said somebody had to protect the bag if it was his intellectual property. So what bag are you protecting? Like I said, you let them talk. They will keep talking. Just let them talk. Hold on. Hello. Hello. Man, look, you're a scam, bro. Don't call my damn phone no more. Man, look, I just took, oh, you know what? Hold on, but I'm gonna call Chrysler right now on the phone with you, okay? And you tell them that y'all vehicle services, okay? Hold on.
There's no need for that.
No, I'm about to call Chrysler right now. While I'm being interrupted, I'm gonna call Chrysler right now, and we're gonna get it straight, okay? Like I thought. Don't play with me. Back to what I was saying. I guess I'm catching scam artists all the way around the board. So at the end of the day, hey, Hailing Within, at the end of the day, what bag are you trying to protect, Yaboski? And how do you know that it is a bag? Not unless you had conversations with Don Russell behind the scene. Like I say, at the end of the day, the good Lord that I serve don't lie. And my thing is, I went against all of my judgments to give you another chance. But let's see how you do.
Opening boxes, they even got a damn mask in the box that looked like R. Kelly. You know, it seemed like they was about ready to start filming some more videos up out of there, but that's not the point. You know, it was open season on this man's stuff.
Open season on this man's stuff. But the man that took his stuff without his permission, you are defending. Let's finish.
I done seen Angelo Clary, in my opinion, walking around with R. Kelly Rolexes, Sharon Winbush, I don't know if you saw that, walking around with R. Kelly Rolls, and Sharon Winbush.
Okay, watch this. Now, here's where I have a problem with. Y'all quick to say Angelo or Dana or Larry or somebody else did this. He just said he's seen Angelo Clary walk around with R. Kelly Rolex, right? But you clearly heard Don say he gave Carrie Kelly the Rolex of Roberts. Make this make sense. And then choke, what? Like this is like a call and response. But y'all not saying them about Don stealing from Robert. This is why I backed off of Choke. This is why I backed off of Debo. A lot of people thought, oh no, Dana hating. No, I see the snakes. I see the movements. Now watch how it all formed together like a fucked up Power Ranger couple.
Got to be fucking kidding me, man.
That I tell you.
Wait, hold on, Sharon. Sharon, is that true?
You have me I'm in the, you don't have me on. Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you good. Yeah, I hear you good.
Azriel certainly would have taken things. That's not the issue. Robert knew the shit was up for grabs.
Thank you, Sharon.
And Robert knew what he had and where he had it. All he had was the mental security that the shit in my warehouse is safe and secure. That's all he had. And he knew who was over that. He never gave Don permission to go into his private, secure warehouse and remove 3 truckloads of shit. If Robert wanted it removed, Robert would have had Keith, Will Eady, or any number of people. Rob didn't have a relationship with Don like that. And it's not for anybody else to make that call. That's Robert's call. Period. I don't give a fuck if you see the shit going.
How you gonna say that Don Russell didn't have a relationship with this man like that, but Don Russell was driving him in the Sprinter?
for any.
That's the same way y'all say I don't have a relationship with Robert. Oh, but y'all see me constantly around him. Make it make sense. So what's good for one is not good for the other. What if that was me in the back of the U-Haul stealing shit? Y'all would be running with that for like 3 years. What if that was me that did the gun threat and all this other stuff? Y'all be running with that and for years. But because it's done, oh, he's trying to help Robert. Which lead me to believe that one or two things. Either you people are butt-ass stupid or there's some financial gain somewhere that's been promised. There's no way else you can look at this. And I will pick off every part of your enterprise piece by piece. Let's finish.
Anybody else to make that call. That's Robert's call. Period. I don't give a fuck if you see the shit going.
How you gonna say that Don Russell didn't have a relationship with this man like that, but Don Russell was driving him in the Sprinter?
It's Robert's call. How can you tell Robert the nature of his relationship? How you gonna speak for Robert? When I'm talking to people in the camp that are talking to Robert, his lawyers that are talking to Robert, saying Robert never gave Don permission. That's the end of the fucking conversation.
Nobody in the camp is charged with a crime but Don Russell, a man who...
Which is even more reason why he shouldn't have his stuff.
This is why I say just because you got lips don't mean you should talk. Nobody else in the camp is charged with anything except for Don Russell. Have it ever dawned on you that nobody else in the camp has done anything except for Don Russell? Once again, who has the most to gain if Robert stay locked up? Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. At the end of the day, let's go ahead and figure this out. But pay attention to TBD. Pay attention to our movements. I'm gonna point something out to y'all that's been overlooked. Watch this.
You charged with a damn crime, dude. Not one crime.
Go down there and get stuff.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
What do you want me to respond to?
I think
it's not funny to me. It's not a joke.
No,
but
I'm not
I want
laughing
to
at you, love. I'm not laughing at you.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna tell you this. When I spoke to Don and he showed us the cease and desist, and I didn't put up everything. I didn't put up all the stuff from the cease and desist. I didn't want them to see the attorney.
Listen, when she spoke to who? Don. And he showed me the cease and desist. When I told y'all the other night that the only person that did the cease and desist was Brian Nick, not Jennifer Bogine, like not Canick, not none of them other folks. Listen to what she said.
That drafted this cease and desist. Okay, everybody was good. Like Don showing proof. He's showing this woman lying. He's showing that Robert, he fights these allegations. There's so many women that's been trying to come in and steal from Robert, and he fights it if he knows about it. Okay, so if you have information on people in the camp that's been stealing, you become the enemy. Okay,
bingo. If you have information on people in the camp, or in my case, folks that's trying to be in the camp, then you become the enemy. So now that I have all this information on Don doing what he's doing, is it ironic that I became the enemy? Make it make sense. She's telling you indirectly what it is. Let's finish.
Because when Don came in, he was showing Robert all this information.
How do you know what Don was doing? Because when Don first came in, was you around? No. So how do you know what Don did when he first came in? Uh-oh. Is the plot unraveling in front of your eyes?
And I'm giving you facts. I'm not going to even say alleged here.
You can't give facts because you only way you can give facts, TBD, is if you was there at the gym when Don came in. When Robert ran back into Don at the gym and Don opened the gym up, were you there? Let's finish.
Okay, I'm not going to say alleged. Okay, and so I'm gonna put it like this: if Robert wanted his shit back, when he talked to Bruce, when he talked to Carrie, I'm sorry, and when he spoke to people, and I'm gonna just put it like that, he would have said it then. It's a lot of stuff I can't.
He have talked to people and said he wanted shit back. He talked to lawyers, not attorneys. He talked to lawyers and said he wanted shit back. But let's finish.
Not say, but people can sit there all day long and say, well, he said that he don't talk to him. Robert said get his shit back. So now all of a sudden, he's the enemy. Okay.
I got a question. When the last time Don talked to Robert? I'm talking about a direct conversation. Not a third party or fourth party, but a direct conversation. When the last time Robert had his case counselor email Don Russell? When? But wait, this gets even better as it goes. Watch this.
You saying I won't answer simple questions. A lot of stuff I won't answer. I'm not going to answer.
Okay, I got a question.
Hold on.
So why do Dana got to answer all questions, but TBD can skip out? Let's make this make sense. Let's go. Hold on, y'all. Let's wait for y'all questions. Hold on.
Let Sharon respond, because I think she's talking to Sharon without trying to say her name. Hold on. Sharon.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
What do you want me to respond to?
I think she's talking to you when she's saying that basically you don't know what you're talking about if Robert want Don to have his shit or not. Basically.
Why would you defend somebody that is listed as the reason this man has RICO and racketeering charges?
He had a RICO charge on Don Russell.
Not true.
Did you not hear them?
Not true. The both don't know what you're talking about.
If you like Don Russell, that's your business. I don't care about that. And my issue is not, do you like him? Do you not like him? You have a right to like anybody you want. You have a right to support anybody you want. I have a right to say, give him his shit back. Period. And if it's not your stuff and you don't know the insides of what's happening, if you have not talked to Robert, if you have not talked to an attorney.
Pay attention to Texas Black Diamond. At this time, it is now 7:35 p.m. on Choke's channel, right? And you see her talking. Watch this.
If you have not talked to the person that Robert put over his stuff, then you're listening to the person who is accused of taking it. So you can support him all day long. There's no issue. I don't care what you do. My posts and anything I say is what I have heard from people who are speaking directly to Robert in Robert's voice.
At this point, Texas Black Diamond is on mute and she's getting direction from Don Russell at the 7:30-ish hour.
And his lawyers know better than anybody what has happened. If Robert has asked for his stuff back, you give him his stuff back, period. And why is there a back and forth? It's not Don's possessions. It's not his stuff. Why should somebody have to ask you repeatedly for their possessions back? The minute Keith said, return his stuff, that should have been the end of it. If it was taken because you're trying to protect him, everybody's grabbing his stuff. Keith has asked for the stuff back. Don has said Keith has asked for it. He said,
now watch this. If Keith had power of attorney, he had right to ask for all of the stuff back. Because Rob is incapacitated, meaning that he can't get the stuff because he's locked up. So his power of attorney have that right to ask for the stuff. And if he asks for the stuff, by law, you must return it. That's what power of attorney is. Can dictate movements for a person who can't do it for their self at that time. We're overlooking all of that, family. But just watch.
I'm not returning it until I hear from Robert himself. Well, he's heard from Robert.
Right. All right, hold on. Deboski, go ahead.
Second of all, you have somebody up here who don't know nothing about what's going on. This making this panel look crazy as hell.
R. Kelly had a RICO indictment way before some Don Russell shit.
That's a lie. And I'm gonna prove it to y'all.
The government tried to use people like Don Russell and anybody else they can fit in there.
The government tried to use. Didn't Don go sit with them for a week, eat lunch, breakfast, and dinner with them? But they trip about me meeting the person that I was arguing with on the internet and going to a sister house who are R. Kelly fans, got a steak, got some shrimp, and they bitching about that, but they ain't bitching about Don sitting with the fucking feds for a week. Make this make sense?
From the two John Does to Don Russell to fill in the blanks, because one man cannot be a criminal enterprise when the goal of a criminal.
This is why I never said nothing when he said one man cannot be a criminal enterprise. You so smart, you dumb. You're right. One man cannot be a criminal enterprise. And they never said Robert was the enterprise. They always said Robert was the head of the enterprise. Make this make sense?
Enterprise to be a RICO is when two or more individuals get together to commit criminal acts. So R. Kelly being charged by himself is him being charged by himself. If he was charged with Don Russell in any type of way, then Don Russell would have been sitting at the table with him, surrounded by them U.S. Marshals, like R. Kelly was sitting in the courtroom by himself, being surrounded by U.S. Marshals in the state and 12 jurors or 16 jurors. Is Don Russell stealing his stuff at this point by law? Yeah. It would be stealing if you took it out of where it was at without permission. But have R. Kelly asked for his property back? That we don't know. If Don Russell didn't take it,
I've heard it from several people that he did ask for.
He should turn that shit up.
Now watch this. Let's keep it a buck. At this time, it was to my knowledge that Choke got a text from Sean Harris that Rob did say for Don to bring back his stuff. At not one time do you hear Choke say, well, I got confirmation that Robert said return his stuff. You see this? Watch the game.
Over then, no doubt about it. And I want to say this to
look at Texas Black Diamond get this information.
I was with about 11 KL supporters. He bought all our food and drinks, and I very much appreciate it.
Right. Well, I'm gonna say is, R. Kelly has been paying attention to what's going on because I am on his radar, and he wants me to address a few things for him, You know what I'm saying? So
Oh shit, here we go.
I don't know, maybe sometime next week I'm gonna come on and I'm gonna address a few things. You know, because there's a lot of shit that people are saying.
This is smoke screen. I'm gonna tell you why I say that. At this time, Sylvia contacted Sean Harris and put Sean Harris on the phone with Choke after blowing up, saying that Choke need to be the one to, you know, talk to Robert for the interview Robert for the interview Robert. So they got Choke thinking that he's gonna be the first one with the interview. Who cares who gets the first interview? Who cares who gets any interview? I don't give a fuck about the interview. I don't give a fuck about nothing else. Only thing I care about is Robert coming home and doing what needs to be done for Robert to come home. Once he come home, all it can be straightened out. But let's continue with this.
A lot of stuff that's not true. There's a lot of people that are speaking not from his words. So it's a whole bunch of shit. You know what I'm saying? But
watch this. This is how you catch a rabbit by the tail. If you just paid attention to what Choke said, he said, not from his words. Now, all of a sudden, a week and a half later, them letters come out, allegedly, from his words. You see how the batter is put on the cake? And I'm just saying. Because now I'm going to give you a spin side of it all. Watch this.
Time next week, I'm gonna be dropping shit from his perspective.
The only reason I would defend Don Russell in any type of capacity is only because this man is facing a federal case. We as individuals don't know if he did it or not, and we can't be so quick to throw another
bullshit. So now this idiot come under and try to justify why he's trying to defend Don Russell. So wiretap, surveillance and surveillance footage and everything, and you gonna say you don't know if he did it? Okay. His mama even said he did it. But we're gonna say we don't know he did it. This is what I mean. When people jump on platforms and know people haven't read all of the case or they not on top of the case, then yes, it sounds convincing. But all of it's bullshit. Finish.
Man into the damn prison system. That's all I'm saying. We don't know what happened.
Man,
do I think that he caught in the bomb threat? Possibly. And did he send a cease and desist himself? Possibly.
A cease and desist. What the fuck is that? You mean a cease and desist?
Do I think anything that Don Russell did personally is criminal? No, because Don Russell didn't rape nobody, drug nobody, recruit no women for R. Kelly, lock them in any damn rooms. So his narrative in the federal indictment is really irrelevant. Just got us pointing more fingers at this man, ready to throw him under the bus when we really don't even know what type of pressure this guy could even be under when the feds had already pulled up on him, took his phone, pulled him into rooms. He might have already knew to grab that shit. I don't know.
And having show and tell all over the goddamn place. You don't know.
He was like this with Choke. So he chilling like this. I'm just thinking, oh, that's his pistol in the bag. As long as it's in the bag, it's in the bag. So he was like this. He rocked back and forth. Then he rocked to the side and he sit it on the ground. When he sit it on the ground, he started coming out the bag with something. And I was thinking to myself, I know you ain't about to pull out no gun in here, nigga. And it was something shiny. I was like, what is that? And it was glistening. And that was
a whole story that was just made up in front of your face.
I didn't know he had that in his bag.
Watch this.
Mason, everybody was like, you know, thank you for putting the truth out his case. And people are constantly
Who did
saying
that?
that.
Who did that? Who did that?
Okay, okay.
Hold on,
Let me
wait,
just let
wait,
me
wait,
say it.
wait, 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 wait. I love this part.
I was also muted in between me speaking, and I don't think that's cool. But that's all
Well, I
right because
apologize. I
I already
apologize.
know what this. I already know what this is about. But at the end of the day,
I said I apologize. You
Now watch this. I'm nowhere around this situation. I wasn't even going on this man panel for that day until my phone blew up after this segment right here. Now watch this. And you can tell I didn't know what was going on until I got a phone call by the way I came in. Check this out.
yeah, okay, I accept your apology.
okay? Now go ahead,
But
baby. The floor is yours.
so we're speaking on something that we don't know anything about. People are speaking on something they don't know what conversation that these two had about, right?
Can you tell us? Can you tell us what you're referring to?
Robert and Don Russell. Like I said, it's a lot of stuff that I really cannot just go deep into because Robert is, still going through his situation. He's in the middle of trying to appeal, and then we have Don Russell and his indictment coming. But if you have people that saying that they're advocating for Robert, they support Robert. They're going to do whatever possible to try to protect Robert. Okay, they're not going to send stuff to the feds to get more things added on to his case. And people are constantly
Who did
saying
that?
that.
Who did that? Who did that?
Okay, okay. Let me say it. Okay, we have DanaJay, okay, and his minions sent some stuff to the.
Watch this. One thing I do is pay attention to body language. Look at Choke body language, look at Domboski body language, and look at everybody else body language. Why is it that TBD and Domboski body language is in alignment with the lie that's going on? Now watch this. I'm nowhere around this situation. But I always say, I'm like Candy, man. You say my name too much, I'm going to pop up on that ass. Now, if y'all talking about Robert and Don, why bring Dana into the situation? Let's finish.
DA on my lie that I did, and they tried to say that Don Russell intimidated Faith Rogers, and that was a lie. That was a
Listen, y'all. They tried to say Don Russell intimidated Faith Rogers, and that was a lie. And she's saying it with such conviction and validity. That's a lie. Watch this.
lie. Okay, he did not show naked pictures. He was basically saying that she was sending naked pictures
And y'all see Domboski agreeing with her, right? Watch this.
to him. He was basically trying to explain that chopped off picture and video. And if he was trying to intimidate Faith, why would Lifetime know that these people were lying with proof? Showing that Faith Rogers was in a consensual relationship with Robert, trying to debunk the lies. And so at the same time, we had these people, everybody that was on there, and they can say not only everybody, but this DanaJay. And I can tell you why DanaJay does not like Don Russell.
Pause that. Let's pause that. Because we're going to come back to that. Let's pause that. But Domboski and Texas Black Diamond said that Don Russell ain't trying to intimidate nobody. Okay, let's go. New lawsuit claims R. Kelly manager. Wait a minute. I thought Don said he never said that he was R. Kelly's manager. New lawsuit claims R. Kelly manager tried to silence, intimidate sex abuse victims. Okay, let's read what they're talking about. And you see what manager it is. Don Russell, right? Then it says story highlights. Defendants use escalating methods of intimidation, moving from legal to terroristic in a matter of hours. The lawsuit against R. Kelly and Donnell Russell claimed. Okay. Let's see if I can get the story on this. We'll do all this. Let's see what the story is. Okay. I need this story. Then it says the disgraced singer and his manager have reportedly been sued by accusers for allegedly trying to intimidate them. Okay, let's cut that out. We still got here. Here we go. R. Kelly manager tried to intimidate silent sex abuse accusers, not victims, silent sex abuse accusers, lawsuit claims. Okay. R. Kelly's accusers are suing the disgraced singer and his manager for allegedly trying to intimidate them with tactics that include calling in a shooting threat. Tactics that included calling in a shooting threat. And if you was at court, you would have known that he did do it. Don Russell, that is, to a theater premiering a documentary about the singer. New court papers show Lizette Martinez, Lisa Van Allen, and Faith Rogers, who claimed they were sexually abused by the 54-year-old convict, filed the Manhattan Supreme Court lawsuit alleging that Kelly and his inner circle, I got a question. Nobody knew about the inner circle or when it came up in court. Where did the inner circle come from? Pay attention, y'all. Don was on talking about the inner circle, right? Make it make sense. Prima Donna said some of those pics weren't even fake. So you mean R. Kelly signed off on janky ass pics to convince her to abandon her suit? Make it make sense. Thank you, Prima. Exactly. So it says, hold on. Okay. And his inner circle began an orchestrated effort to silence, harass, bribe, and intimidate those brave young women and their friends and family. They claim Kelly's manager, Donnell Russell, made a series of threats, not R. Kelly, not Levi for Kelly, not Bruce Kelly, not Carrie Kelly, not Sharon Wimbush, and damn sure not DanaJay. Not Prima Donna, not Sky Zone, not Senator, not Brooke, not Larry McGee, not none of them. Not Hollywood Next, but Donnell motherfucking Russell made a series of threats to try to prevent the 2018 premiere of docuseries Surviving R. Kelly from going forward. The court papers from Monday claim defendants used escalating methods of intimidation, moving from legal to terroristic in a matters of hours. The suit claimed nothing that before the call came in. A cease and desist letter was sent by Kelly's people to stop the series from airing. Okay, so how you trying to help R. Kelly? How is it that they saying he trying to help Robert, but his actions is reflecting to Robert? Why? Because all he's trying to do is gather support like he's doing and mask it as Kel's Nation, because he want this Kel's Nation to attack people that attack the credibility of Donnell Russell. The same way the Bayhive do for Beyonce. But y'all gonna hear that too. I told you, I'm not the motherfucking receipt man for nothing. So check it. They claim Kelly's manager, Donnell Russell, made a series of threats to try to prevent the 2018 premiere of docuseries Surviving R. Kelly from going forward. The court papers from Monday claim defendants used escalated methods of intimidation, moving from legal to terroristic in a matter of hours. The suit claimed nothing that before the call came in, a cease and desist letter was sent by Kelly's people to stop the series from airing. Russell, who is 46, was arrested last year for allegedly making the anonymous threat to the Newhouse Theater on December the 4th, 2018, causing an evacuation and derailing the show's screening. The case is pending trial. The theater threat will leave a lasting emotional mark on the women who were understandably terrified and exposed, the suit claims. So that means that if you see Faith, you see Lizette, you see Lisa, you know Gloria already is following that. Russell and 2 other men, not Keith, not Bobby, not Will, not Dana, not Levi, but Richard Arline and Michael Williams, who were also accused of trying to intimidate and bribe Kelly's victims. Wait, do Robert have a relationship with Richard Arline? No. Do Michael Williams have one with Robert? No. But guess who they got a relationship with? Don Russell. So, like I say, at the end of the day, what goes on in the dark is going to be shown in the light. Plain and simple. Why Dana's name is nowhere in there? Why? Why Dana's name not nowhere in there? But check it. We're also accused of trying to intimidate and bribe Kelly's victims. Both Arline and Williams pleaded guilty in the case. Defendants and others knew about Kelly's abuse of women, but didn't do anything to help them. That's a lie. Likely to protect the R. Kelly brand, name, reputation, image, and continued fame, success, and financial benefit, the suit alleges. Defendants were also aware of and acted in furtherance to engage in acts of intimidate, silence, threaten, and physical and sexually assault women who disclosed Kelly's misconduct, the following charges. The suit claims that Kelly and his companies, listen, that Kelly and his companies, I thought Rob only had one company. So who's the other companies? Should have known what Russell, listen, the suit claims that Kelly and his companies should have known what Russell was capable of. How is that even possible? If you're not in with Robert daily, how do Robert know what Russell is capable of? Robert is not Houdini. Robert is not a genie. Robert is not a fortune teller. And Robert damn sure ain't friends with Cleo. So, Anne should have protected the women who were coming forward with their stories of abuse. Wait a minute. So you mean to tell me, people, that Robert should have protected the women that's coming forth about him when he no longer talks to these women and he wasn't talking to Don, but you mean to tell me that he should have known about Don Russell? That right there lets you know that they wasn't close. That right there lets you know that they wasn't close. This paragraph right here lets you know that Rob and Don wasn't close. So everything that Texas Black Diamond and Dubowski have been saying has been nothing but a fucking lie the whole time. Everybody that say Don is the muscle has been a fucking lie. And I'm gonna be real with you. The person that's close to Don is Tyson, and you haven't heard him say shit. Once this shit kicked off, you haven't heard Tyson say nothing. You heard him throw shots at me and everybody that he don't like. but you haven't heard him speak on this case. So the next paragraph say, instead, Kelly and his companies fostered an environment where criminal misconduct was a normal course for of agents. Performance obligations, the court papers claim. Kelly's lawyer, Jennifer Bojane, told Page 6, this lawsuit in no way connects Mr. Kelly to the alleged intentional acts of who? Darnell Russell. Now wait, y'all can lie, y'all can sit back and come at me all day. But what did Jennifer Bojane say? This lawsuit in no way connects who? Mr. Kelly to the alleged intentional acts of Darnell Russell. Now, let me stop there and put it back here again for the people who wasn't listening for the last couple of days. Why do you think Don Russell has ramped up the attack on R. Kelly's mental stability? Because if you get Keith out the way and get the power of attorney snatched away from Keith and put over to whoever Don have in place that's sitting and waiting, that means once they get it, they can go ahead and get the signatures. Don can liquidate all of this. Don can take care of the lawsuits of them girls. Listen, the lawsuits of them girls, pay the people off that he's rocking with, and he can give the rest to his mama to hold for when he come out, because at that point, they already know, they have solidified the fact that Robert Sylvester Kelly will not be coming home. That's the only way you can look at it. That's the only thing that makes sense. But let me give you revelation. When you playing with God's kids, God will have a way of flipping that in front of your face. So what I would have to say to Robert, stand tall. You're going to see home soon. Stand tall. And when he sees this, he's going to know who was really for him and who's not. You see Sylvia and them trying to spin it. I purposely didn't talk about this last night because I wanted to hear how or if anybody that support Don Russell was going to come out and speak out against Don Russell. Nobody has. So guess what? I'm going to. And you know what they running with? Oh, this is creating division. How? When you put facts on top of facts, how is it creating division? The only way division is created is when you have one or some who don't agree with the aligned and with the aligned strategy of the other. I don't agree with Robin R. Kelly Blind. I don't agree with masking to be a friend of his or a supporter of his and making sure that I'm part of the element that's keeping him locked up. I don't agree. And until you can make this make sense of how anything that Don Russell is orchestrating makes sense on helping Robert, I'm not going to agree. So it says R. Kelly's manager, Darnell Russell, allegedly protected the singer's brand while he sexually abused women and accusers claim, his accusers claim. Stop. Don wasn't even around. Don wasn't even around. So how was he protecting Robert's brand? Make this make sense. Then it says these are just allegations, and when the facts are demonstrated, what the public will learn is that Mr. Kelly had no role in directing, harassment, or intimidation of any potential witnesses or victims. Ms. Bojane said Russell's lawyers did not immediately return a request for comment. I wonder why. Because his lawyers now, AKA public pretenders, defenders, don't know what the hell going on. He switch them out every time it's time to go for Every time it's time to go for a status hearing, he switch them out. That's a tactic of stalling, hoping the government gonna say, okay, we just gonna drop it. No, they're not. They're getting angry. And they're gonna ask for the max for you. On top of that, you have already went and said Robert orchestrated all of this. You already said it. But I'm gonna take a side note from Sharon Wimbush. This proves that Robert ain't have no communication. Check this out.
It supports her son completely. She co-signs on everything he does. And the more recent picture of her, whatever he does wrong, she's standing with her son. And she's finding a way to justify it and protect him. Not once has she told him to return R. Kelly's 3 truckloads of intellectual property. Not once has she told him to return the boxes that they took out of the studio that they had long before he went to the warehouse. Not once has she tried to get her son to do the right thing, which makes her a co-conspirator in his crimes. She is aiding and abetting. Back in August of 2020, June Barrett Russell, Don Russell's mother, accidentally sent me a message intended for Mike. So you can see the message before that. She said, "Hey Sharon, let me know when to call." Then after that message, it's, "Hey Mike, I was looking for a phone number in an older phone and came across the information on your cousin received over a year ago. There's no need to converse about it because I wouldn't have any resources to offer in following up due to how long ago it was received. This is for your records. Take care. Mike Williams, the cousin of Cash." So this was from R. Kelly fans. Wow, the person who wrote Surviving Daddy is an informant for Jim DeRogatis and is in R. Kelly's camp. The whole book is fiction. Her name is Cavante Alicia Jones, aka Cash Jones. She works in PR and is a writer for Hip Hop Weekly. Then it says Busted. The writer of Surviving Daddy is whatever the hell her name is, E. Jones, aka Cash Jones. The crazier part is she's still in R. Kelly's camp. The entire book is a lie. She's a 30 to 35-year-old woman. She's an informant for Jim DeRogatis, the journalist who always used to fabricate articles against R. Kelly. So she had this article.
Pay attention. She works in PR and is a writer for what at Hip Hop Weekly? Cash Jones. So is Cash Howard. That's how they found Hollywood Next, through Cash Howard. Now make this make sense. Dennis works for where? Hip Hop Weekly. You heard Choke say that Dennis been his boy. So if all of this is against R. Kelly, right? What makes you think that Choke is 100% for R. Kelly? How was he so quickly able to get in touch with Cash Jones? Make it make sense. Most people, it took 4 to 5 days to 2 weeks. It took him 2 hours. I'm just pointing out the stuff that y'all miss.
On Cash Jones that she was sending to Mike.
Let's get them likes up,
so
y'all.
It shows here June Russell Barrett was in communication with Michael Williams, aka Mike, August of 2020. Now, I don't remember when the car got burned up, but it shows that her and Don had a relationship with Michael Williams, and Cash Jones, to the extent that she was collecting articles on Cash Jones and then ran across it and decided to forward it to Mike. So the feds have tied Don Russell and his mother, June Barrett Russell, to Michael Williams and Cash Jones.
So I'm going to ask this question. Texas Black Diamond, when did I send anything to the feds? When they use social media, they run social media. So how you think they got your boy, Don Russell? Oh, that's why I laugh at these jokers. Let's finish.
That is why this whole situation doesn't add up with you guys befriending.
Attracting new customers has been
Facts.
tricky.
So we claimed our free business profile on Google.
Yeah, now we can
Facts, Healing Within. That's so true. Come on, man. This thing is crazy.
In the newspaper article, the affidavit also alleges that later on the evening of the alleged threat against the New York theater, Russell's mother texted her son telling him, "Be humble when or if you talk to Rob. If means he may never speak to your ass again."
I got a question. Texas Black Diamond. That's how I'm for sure that Don Russell don't talk to Robert. Because instead of calling Kerry, he would have called Don. But when his mama even come out and say, when or if you talk to Rob because you made another move without checking with him first. Uh-oh. This goes to show that Robert knew nothing about the gun threat, the threatening of faith, or none of that. Make it make sense.
Because you made another one of many moves without checking with him first. Even though it was for his benefit, which it was not, he might not approve of your actions. Prosecutors allege that Rob is a reference for R. Kelly, whose first name is Robert. Kelly's New York trial is scheduled to begin in September, but may be delayed due to coronavirus concerns. A status conference of the case is set for Wednesday, according to court records. So they have on record Don's mother texting him and saying, "You fucked up yet again." When I did the first video saying R. Kelly and his lawyers are fucking pissed, give everything back, Don Russell, before this gets worse. And that was my first time publicly speaking on him having Rob's stuff. It was being handled privately behind the scenes by his lawyers. There was no reason for me to say anything publicly. I was saying things privately. It was only when Don Russell went on TBD and said his car was broken into that I did this video. His response, "Why? So your commander-in-chief, Angelo Clary, and his den of thieves can steal them the same way he looted RSK's Trump apartment? Hell to the nah. Nah. Tell this inner circle that..."
Stop. Tell this who? Inner circle. Nobody ever said nothing about inner circle, and I'm going to go here. I got to do it. Nobody said nothing about the inner circle, really, until Sylvia brought it to the forefront because Randa said that she heard them say to me that Randa was the problem and she was out. And she told Sylvia, walk away from it, leave it alone, because R. Kelly inner circle friends do not like them. That's when the plan came into effect. Well, since that's how they feel, we got to get Dana away from them as well, because they too comfortable with Dana. And now you see him talk about an inner circle. So now, fast forward a year later, or 9 months later, almost a year later, you see Faith, Lizette, and Lisa talk about what? An inner circle. Make it make sense. It's all in your face.
You are referring to file a complaint with CPD because this alleged theft didn't take place in Chicago, and because of the participants.
Wait, this is Don Russell saying this. Because this alleged theft did take place in Chicago, and because of the participants, the report will surely make its way to a detective's desk. As a formality, the detective assigned to investigate the alleged theft you are referring to will definitely pay RSK a visit at the MCC to substantiate the allegation described above in your video. Here's where the threat comes in at. This is where Don Russell threatened Robert. If he corroborate your defamation of my character, then and only then will shit get real. But I'll let us talk about it. Go ahead, Sharon.
The report will surely make its way to a detective's desk. As a formality, the detective assigned to investigate the alleged theft you are referring to will definitely pay RSK a visit at the MCC to substantiate the allegations described above in your video. If he corroborate your defamation of my character, then and only then will shit get real. On another note, he said, then and only then will shit get real. He didn't say then and only then I will give it back. He didn't say then and only then will I feel comfortable turning it over. His response is then and only then will shit get real. On another note, I see whenever you low-life bums, the Clary Knights, want to get your YouTube numbers up, you create false narratives. Nigga, I ain't got to get my numbers up with you. And as long as you tie my name to it, you get the attention you desperately desire. Pathetic, shaking my head, laughing my ass off at the same damn time. Keep it up. I'll cash in on it later. Until then, may your numbers continue to soar at...
Wait, you'll cash in on it later? Decode that. I'm going to jail for a little bit of time, but when I get out, I'll cash in on everything I got on Robert. That's street talk. Let's finish.
Expense of others. Note, securing RSK's fans early on by posing as one of his supporters was a good move in your effort to control the narrative, but it is not a checkmate. So he's stating very clearly, he's not giving Robert his shit. So Star 67 Don has not only allegedly called in a gun threat to a New York theater that was filming Surviving R. Kelly, then Star 67 his phone when he called the police, as if they don't have the technology that completely obliterates that. So his number showed up. They traced the number to his mother's building that her father left her when he died. She occupies the apartment on the top. Don occupies the apartment on the bottom. And then they have the basement area, which is where he filmed with Tasha K, which is where he had 2 truckloads of the stuff stored until I called him out on it. Then he moved it into some type of warehouse. But Don has not only did the gun threat, allegedly, made the threat to Faith Rogers, allegedly, called and threatened the Savages while they had him on speakerphone and the police was listening. He's also tied to Mike Williams, who is responsible and convicted, got 8 years for bombing the car of the Clarys. Then he went and stole 3 truckloads of Robert's intellectual property out of a warehouse, and Keith has asked for it back multiple times. I have done multiple videos asking him to return it. The lawyers have requested that he return it, and he said I wouldn't do it. He wouldn't do it unless Robert asked. So Robert even called and said, give me my shit back, and he's refused. Now I've put out a video showing proof that he impregnated 2 teenagers, both of whom had children for him when they were 17, which means they got pregnant at 16. That's 2 proofs, evidence beyond reasonable doubt, because there's birth certificates for both the kids. They can subpoena his sister, Sean Russell. They can subpoena the mothers of the children. And they, of course, can get the birth certificates that shows a serial rapist, a serial statutory rapist, a serial child molester, a serial pedophile. 2 females delivered 2 different babies, 2 different times at the age of 17. They were impregnated at the age of 16. He began fucking them at the age of 15. He's a pedophile, he's a child rapist, and a host of other things.
Wow, look at this. 94
people believe company
That's what I
culture
said.
is
Wow.
important to an organization's success.
Look at this.
Frankly, I have no idea what the other 60% are thinking.
Hold on.
You know, usually when people look up ways to improve culture,
Same thing I said. Wow, look at this. Wow. Look at this. Wow. Look at this. So, I wasn't gonna go that far into the pedophile stuff. Ooh. I wasn't gonna go that far. That was a whole nother live. I was wondering. So, TBD, I'm waiting for you to tell me I'm lying about any of this. Because if that's the case, let's explain some things. Remember this, TBD? When this came out, you ain't know Don Russell. So how can you say you know for a fact anything when you don't know the origins of stuff? Now, some of the origins, I don't even know. You know what I'm saying? But Don Russell said RSK's task force just convened from a 2-hour strategy session. Brian Nix is the only attorney that has RSK's consent to receive funds in his honor. Stop. This was all about to stop the defense fund. Because he needed to get the TAP initiative going and the $1 Million initiative going. He had the Kellys for Justice going, and he had Sylvia funds going. So if Robert gave Doug permission to start the defense fund, right? How is it that Brian Nix is the only attorney that has RSK's consent to receive funds in his honor? Doug been fired. Others are headed out the door soon. But this was 1.5 years and before Doug left the federal side, because he's still on Robert's state side. Then it says, for now, Greenberg has been restricted. RSK is in good spirits. Let's go here. For the people who say Don tried to help Robert and he meant to help Robert, right here you see RSK, right? You see this joint, right? This is the motion to eliminate against R. Kelly. You see that, right? But I'm gonna scroll down. I want to say page 27 on it'll be page 27 on here, but it'll be actually page 23. So if you have it, you can go look at it. Here it is, page 22. No, page 21. No, page 20. Threats to Jane Doe number 6 and others. In or about the fall of 2018, continuing through January 2020, Kelly and other members of the enterprise, including Don Russell, Russell's mother, and an individual working on Kelly's behalf, used coercive tactics to attempt to convince Jane Doe number 6 to abandon a civil lawsuit she had filed against Kelly and to stop speaking publicly about Kelly. Stop. See how Robert got tied into that? How was Robert tied into Don Russell actions? How was Don Russell tied into Robert's actions? Or should I ask, how is Robert tied into Don Russell's actions? So it says, they did so by conveying to Jane Doe number 6 that they had maintained compromising photographs of her, which could be released at any time. Well, I believe he said he did that on Facebook. But they're going to tell you, and then releasing certain such photographs publicly via a Facebook page called Surviving Lies. And during interviews Russell conducted on YouTube, specifically following the filing of a civil lawsuit on behalf of Jane Doe number 6 against Kelly. And in November 2018, the lawyer who filed the lawsuit for Jane Doe number 6 received a typewritten letter signed by Kelly. Enclosed with the letter were portions of the civil complaint filed on behalf of Jane Doe number 6 with the following stamp affixed: I do not accept this offer to contract, and I do not consent to these proceedings. Stop. Who does that? None other than Don Russell. Like I said, I ain't do it. So none other than Don Russell. So it says, with Kelly's handwritten signature and a state of Illinois notary stamp and signature for Russell's mother, an individual whose identity is known to the government, and 2 pieces of paper that contain images and typewritten text. Among the images were text messages exchanges between Kelly and Jane Doe number 6, as well as photographs of Jane Doe number 6 that were apparently cropped to not disclose certain body parts, but which nonetheless included portions of Jane Doe number 6's exposed buttocks and breasts. Beneath those photographs were texts including, I assure you, this would not be considered a Sunday go-to-meeting dress. The next 2 pictures have been cropped for the sake of not exposing her extremities to the world yet. As described further below, and recorded statements live streamed over YouTube. As described further below, and recorded statements live streamed over YouTube in late January 2019, Darnell Russell stated that he wrote the commentary that accompanied the photographs that Kelly had signed the letter, and that he had participated in sending these documents to the lawyer, AKA the RICO. And it happened on Texas Black Diamond channel. So Can I ask a question, Texas Black Diamond? Can I ask a question, Texas Black Diamond? Where did I lie? Where did I lie? Because if I lied about any of this, I will give you an open apology. But since I have proven over and over and over that you have lied, but that you have lied and that Don have lied, can you go publicly and give me my apology? And admit to everybody, yes, I was taken up for Don, and yes, Dana was telling the truth. If not, I'm going to continue this onslaught on Don Russell and you and everybody that follows Don. And it will get worse by the day. Notably, a judicially authorized search of Kelly's Apple iPhone sees that the time of his federal arrest revealed that on the morning of October 26, 2018, Kelly sent the photographs of Jane Doe number 6 and text messages exchanges between Jane Doe number 6 and Kelly that were included in the November 8, 2018 mailing to Donnell Russell's mother. Watch this. Via MMS messages. Later that same day, Russell's mother sent a text message to Kelly that said, question, do you have a way of sending me one more picture showing her phone number at the top? I'm going to print it and include it along with the other 3 and include them in the letter to her attorney. Do you agree that she should really know her client? Now watch this. When you know Robert is not a morning person. So you know Robert was asleep in the morning. So who had Robert's phone that could have texted Don's mama back? Who had Robert's phone that could have sent Don's mama pictures of Faith? Well, you got to go back and look at this. Who was beefing with Faith at the time? I'm going to let y'all look at that. Who was beefing with Faith at the time over R. Kelly? These are things that nobody want to look at. And if you really want to put this puzzle together, you got to go backwards, come forward. You got to go to the side, go to the other side, then go backwards again, then come forward again. And then you got to know a little bit behind the scenes. So, notably, a judicially authorized search of Kelly's Apple. Okay, I went through that. Later today, okay, I went through that. Do you agree that she should really know her client? Kelly thereafter responded with a text message stating, inter alia, I'm going to get you more. Okay. How can he text if he can't read or write? If we know Robert talking to the phone, right? How can Robert talking to the phone and say, I'm going to get you more if he was asleep? This is what I'm trying to break down to people. In order to try to lead something, you got to know about it. And what I'm telling everybody, it's nothing wrong with welcoming new people. That's going to help with the fight. That's going to aid with the fight. But this takeover spirit, no. We as people who've been in this fight has worked too hard to help Robert to relinquish something to somebody who don't know a goddamn thing of what's going on. I'm not doing it. I know too much. I'm not giving up what I know for somebody to advance just to say, oh, I did this. It's not about I. It's about us. It's about we. And in order to have a strong army, you got to get rid of the bad apples. Make it make sense. When the US go to Iraq, right? When they went to Afghanistan, they ain't take no jihads with them. All the jihads were locked up. They took people who were like-minded. So why can't we exterminate the jihads over here and continue moving forward as like-minded individuals? I'm only going to give you facts or something to think about. Now, if I'm wrong, please pull me up and tell me I'm wrong. But nothing I have said in this R. Kelly fight has been wrong. So, then it says, United States Postal Service, USPS, records indicate that the mailing described above was sent by certified mail from Chicago, Illinois on November the 20th, 2018, and received at the lawyer's address in Brooklyn, New York on November the 26th, 2018. USPS records for the certified mail return receipt associated with the mailing indicate that the destination address for the return receipt was 2019 North Justine Street, which is the studio, Chicago, Illinois, 60607, 1403, the address of a warehouse rented and used as inter alia, a recording studio by Kelly at the time. Which makes it look to the person who don't know from the outside that Robert did all this. And that's what the prosecution hammered home. The prosecution ran with Robert did this, Robert did this, Robert did this. And the whole time it was Don Russell that did it. But if that's your man, and I'm gonna hold people to this, since they want to call me a liar, why is Robert still in jail if he had what it takes to get Robert out? Robert wouldn't have did a day. If I had the sole evidence and everything and a paperwork that needed to get Robert out, he would have been out 8 hours after they booked him. And the reason why I say 8, because I would have caught the next flight from Atlanta to Chicago. I would have presented it. I would have had it stamped. I would have been on the other side waiting for him to come out, but they had to do the paperwork and to release him all together. It would have took 8 hours. Why is Robert still waiting 3 years later? Now watch this. In November and December 2018, Donnell Russell was in telephone and email communication with an individual whose identity is known to the government, who offered to work on Kelly's behalf, including as a behind-the-scenes publicist for R. Kelly, the publicist, Cash Jones, among others. Now look, Texas Black Diamond, and you can't say allegedly. They got the telephone taps and the email communication. So you can't say allegedly. They kept telling you what it was. And I'm gonna keep it real. Why did I record Cash Jones? Because first of all, I never gave her my number. She just called me out the blue. At that point, I knew I gotta think fast. So anything she could say, I knew she was against Don. So I wanted the information against Don and what she knew about Angelo and Rob's situation. And I got it all. And when I released it, she got mad and said, you could have had me killed. You know, Don Russell ran me off the road. And then, you know, Don Russell set the bush in front of my grandma's house on fire. But then when she got mad at Angelo, she switched it and made it seem like Angelo did. That's why I won't brace her back on my platform. There's no need now. I know what I know. I know you in papers. Why would I bring that heat to me? No, I had you. It was good while it was hot. It's gone. This is what journalism is. You don't go get one side. You get all sides and put it together. And you document and you dictate all three sides. And you don't put your feelings in it, because then it's not journalism. It's called blogging. Not blogging, but vlogging. De-logging, vlogging. Make it make sense. So let's go here. Among other things, in early December 2018, Russell sent emails to the publicists, including, among other things, the same photographs of Jane Doe number 6 described above. On December the 4th, 2018, using the alias :Don and the email address :Don@yahoo.com, Russell sent an email with the subject line, The survivors exposed to various individuals employed by A&E Networks, which owns Lifetime Entertainment Services. Lifetime produced a documentary series featuring various of Kelly's accusers entitled Surviving R. Kelly, which aired on the Lifetime TV network in early January 2019. Stop. If the government is saying accusers, right? Why are the networks saying victims? Make this make sense. Why is the public press saying victims? And I'm gonna tell you why. It's to prove and show a negative light against an innocent man. It's to prove and show a negative light against an innocent man. That's how Kyle Rittenhouse got off, because they destroyed what the public press was saying about him and proven that that was incorrect. So, on the evening of December the 4th, 2018, Lifetime was to hold a private screening of a portion of the documentary at a theater in Manhattan. However, the screening was interrupted by a gun threat that was communicated by a telephone to the theater. The December the 4th, 2018 email from Don attached a PDF, the survivors PDF, that included photographs and purported derogatory information related to various of Kelly's accusers who appear in the Surviving R. Kelly documentary series, including Jane Doe number 4 and Jane Doe number 6, including the same photographs of Jane Doe number 6, partially exposed breasts and buttocks that were sent to Jane Doe number 6 lawyer in November 2018. That same day, Russell forwarded this email to the publicist. Jane Doe number 6 and her mother traveled to New York City to attend the December the 4th, 2018 Surviving R. Kelly premiere. The premiere was interrupted and police arrived and evacuated the theater where it was being held at. Jane Doe number 6 later learned that a threat had been made to the theater, which resulted in evacuation. Thereafter, Jane Doe number 6 returned to her hotel and encountered the publicist. The publicist told Jane Doe number 6 that she worked for Kelly and they need to talk. Ultimately, Jane Doe number 6 and her mother agreed to meet with the publicist at a nearby restaurant. At the meeting, the publicist was accompanied by a male individual with a gun on his person that Jane Doe number 6 believed to be the publicist's bodyguard. Stop. Now check this out. This is why I believe the feds threw out that charge, because Don Russell called in the gun threat, right? They knew that Cash and Michael was there. So check this out. Put it together. If Michael ain't knowing what's going on, he only going by Cash's word, and Don calls in a gun threat, and Michael have a gun on him, that makes it seem like Michael came to do the side job of Don and what Cash was doing. And he didn't really even know. So the feds probably said, I'm gonna throw that out. I'm breaking it down to you piece by piece, limb by limb. Now I'm doing what's gonna make all of them other people that hate me mad, because they can't fuck with me on commentary. They can't fuck with me on paperwork. They can fuck with me on slander and they barely can do that, but I know they can't fuck with me on this, because half of them can't read. So let's break it down. I love doing this. I do what I do. During the meeting, the publicist showed Jane Doe number 6 nude photographs and Jane Doe number 6 and suggested that Kelly would release the photographs publicly if Jane Doe number 6 continued to speak about Kelly. Stop. When did R. Kelly hire Cash Jones as a publicist? When? So now Don got these folks jumping off the limb, once again, promising things. Because I don't think nobody in their right mind is going to say, oh, I'm a be R. Kelly publicist, and never spoke to him about As well as I speak, as well as I read. You never heard me say I'm the publicist for R. Kelly. I'm the spokesperson for R. Kelly. I will be a fool to do some sugar honey iced tea like that. That's why I say monetary gain have to be the essential part of what's going on. So Jane Doe number 6 recognized the photographs and as photographs that had been taken by Kelly during her relationship with him. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. So now it looks like R. Kelly got mad at her for doing what she did and started spreading her nude pictures all the way around when that wasn't even the case. So Faith ain't going off of knowing the truth. Here comes that word. She's running off of perception. And because she's a female, she's emotional. And now another female is sending me or showing me my private parts that I know my man at the time sent. And then not just that, my lawyer got the same photographs with some threatening stuff. Make this make sense. I think that my man is trying to slander me. So I'm gonna hammer him every which way, even though he don't got shit to do with it. Make this make sense. Prima, if I'm lying, please stop me and say you're lying. Prima, if I'm lying, please, if anybody in this chat believe I'm lying, please stop me and say I'm lying. Why y'all at it? Can y'all get them likes up, please? That's all I need is 100 likes. If I get 100 likes, I'm good. But I'm not going to be like the rest of them and say, oh, I ain't going to go no further unless I get like, no, I'm going to continue with commentary, but I need your likes, but I'm going to continue. On December 21st, 2018, Russell sent a series of text messages to Jane Doe number 6 and her mother. Stop. Why are you taking it upon yourself to send anything to somebody that's a federal witness? Now I'm starting to really believe that, Don, you and Sylvia must have had some real conversations, because you bold enough to send text messages and she bold enough to send nude nipple pics and dildos and why she in the tub with muddy gray waters and work. Man, this shit getting crazy. Y'all are doing the most. And because y'all done the most, Robert got to sit the most. Make this make sense. We will seek criminal charges. No, he said, which included the text, just a sample. We will seek criminal charges. You've been warned. That's a threat, Texas Black Diamond. That's a threat. Technically, that's a terroristic threat in commerce. If you really want to know, anytime you threaten to sue somebody that's across in another state, that's threatening through commerce. Whether he said anything that he gonna kill her or anything like that, he ain't had to say that. He left an innuendo. You've been warned. That's threatening across state lines, which is threatening through interstate commerce. You got to understand, they don't play by the same playbook. But when you look at this, this seems like Robert sent Don Russell to do it. So, followed by photographs of portions of the survivors PDF, including the same photographs of Jane Doe number 6, included in the November 2018 mail-in to Jane Doe number 6 lawyer. Thereafter, inter alia, Russell sent Jane Doe number 6 and her mother text messages stating, publishing soon. And this is colon. You got bold. You saying publishing soon, and this is colon. Then you said, my investigation will be done soon enough. On January 3rd, 2019, Russell sent another text message stating, pull the plug or you will be exposed. Wait, when did you become an investigator? I thought your expertise was in tap dancing and shucking chicken. So now you're an investigator? Now watch this. I normally don't pay attention to this, but pay attention to this. Records from Spirit Airlines indicate that the publicist traveled from Florida to LaGuardia Airport with her cousin, Michael Williams, on the morning of December the 4th, 2018. Notably, on August 11, 2020, Williams was arrested on a complaint charging him with witness intimidation and arson for setting fire to a car parked in the driveway of Jane Doe number 5 residence at the time. Williams was subsequently indicted by a grand jury. Indicted by a grand jury in the Eastern District of New York on the same charges, and thereafter pleaded guilty to arson. Enforcement. During a search of the hotel room Williams was staying in at the time of his arrest, law enforcement agents recovered a loaded 9mm High Point, one of the lowest guns on the market, handgun with an obliterated serial number and a black holster. That means he scratched off the serial number. 9 times out of 10, that gun was stolen. Because nobody even look at High Points no more. They throw that. But on January the 7th, 2019, and I want y'all to see this. On January 7, 2019, at 2:42:01 UTC, Russell, using the Colon Don alias, created a Facebook page called Surviving Lies. Texas Black Diamond. Check this out. All of this is him. All of this is him. Now watch this. You said that he didn't do it. So watch this. On January 26, 2020, Russell appeared in another video interview live streamed on YouTube, which was your channel, Texas Black Diamond. During the interview, Russell again held up copies of items that had been sent to Jane Doe number 6's lawyer. You said he didn't hold up nothing explicit, but it clearly says Russell again held up copies of items that had been sent to Jane Doe number 6's lawyer. It ain't say what he held up, but it said Russell again, meaning that this is not the first time that he held it up. But it's evident he held up the same exact things from Phases the Next Level to Nick at Night over to your channel. Because it clearly says during the interview. Nope, I gotta take it back. It says on January 26, 2020, Russell appeared in another video interview live streamed on what? YouTube. During the interview, Russell again, keyword, again, meaning he's a repeated offender, again held up copies of the items that had been sent to Jane Doe number 6's lawyer, including the photographs of Jane Doe number 6 described above. While holding up these items, Russell stated, "We sent these documents to the lawyer," which once again solidifies what? The RICO Act. Hold on, with his team of lawyers, but had a public defender up until a little while ago. Yeah, okay. Right, Prima. And matter of fact, he still got a public defender. He don't have no set lawyer, he got a public defender now. Then it says, Russell further stated, "These are the pictures of her, Jane Doe number 6, that we sent. These are the text messages of her that we sent." What is the key word in all of this? We. What is the key phrase in all that? We sent. 1, 2, 3. You solidifying that Robert made you do this. You solidified that. That's why you came to YouTube. Because you can get people or you can influence people to do things because you're a slick talker. But then you can also put out there like, look, this is what I'm saying. And Robert ain't saying nothing. So because Robert ain't saying nothing, it have to be true. And in law, silence is an admission of guilt. So guess what? They went and got arrest papers for Robert because Robert didn't say nothing. Now, here's what I'm gonna say. Texas Black, no, the boss. You so quick to say Robert was locked up before Don got indicted. I'll explain something to you. See what this say? See what this say, right? To be filed under seal, meaning they're not going to tell you when they did this. Affidavit in support of arrest warrant against Don L. Russell, also known as Don Russell, and Colon Don. So let's check when it was unsealed, Mr. Smart Man. It was unsealed March the 9th, 2020. How do I know? Because to unseal it, you gotta swear in front of a judge that you are the head investigator that want to unseal this to go lock him up. And it have to be in front of a federal judge, which it is. And check it. Check it. Because public filing of this document could result in a flight risk or flight by the defendant, as well as jeopardize the government's investigation, your deponent respectfully requests that the complaint and arrest warrant be filed under seal. So who knows when they filed this? But from the way it looked, this was filed way before Roberts was filed. Check it. They talking about 2018, which makes it believable that they've been watching him since he started the shit. And they went and filed this probably the second day that they got lead on it, and then put it under seal, and then let him continue to put who the so-called enterprise is. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Here we go. Here's the seal complaint. Here's the complaint. Here's the complaint. And once again, it don't tell you, oh, I'm sorry, on or about December the 4th, 2018. December the 4th, 2018, in the Southern District of New York and elsewhere, Don L. Russell, the defendant, and others known as known and unknown, willfully and knowingly did combine, conspire, confess. So this been sitting under seal ever since December the 4th, 2018. What they do is they put it under seal and give the date of when they initiated everything and what caused us to go under seal. And then every time they find something, they go back into the seal and they document what they find. They document what they find. And then when they feel like they have enough that you can't escape, they will go get it unsealed. So once again, like I said, Don Russell been under investigation since December the 4th, 2018. So how was Robert already locked up? That kills all of y'all joint. But wait, I got something even better. And I'm gonna keep playing it and running in the hole because I know y'all don't like it. Not my words, but listen to what your boy Don said. I don't know what's gonna play. Hold on. I don't know if that's gonna play. Hold on. Hold on, let me get that.
Well, Dr. Rob, like, he doesn't do any of that for Rob. I know who handles Rob's business. Matter of fact, it was me that was handling Rob, a majority of Rob's business at the time. Because Rob's business.
Here we go.
Well, Dr. Rob, like, he doesn't do any of that for Rob. I know who handles Rob's business. Matter of fact, it was me that was handling Rob, a majority of Rob's business at the time. Because Rob's business had intertwined in my business. So, you know, but fast forwarding to answer the question, listen, there's a lot of folks in Rob camp that has snaked him over down to something we would never believe. And unraveling the truths and asking Rob questions about people who stole from him and things of that nature and proving them that stole, nobody's even looking at, I mean, you know, these girls are all smoke and mirrors. The Honda Pages, the Santi McGee, the Phase Rod, that's smoke and mirrors. That's what they want us focused on. The real intruders, the people who really did wrong by this man, in his own camp. Because even with all of them coming forth in accusations, everything that they're charging him for now is not based on him having sex with any of these girls. It's racketeering, it's trafficking, it's things that they're bending law to fit to have someone that he does have his day in court. Nobody's prepared for that. And the only way they arrived at that conclusion is because of the people that's right around Rob, the managers that were stealing, the accountants that were stealing, the lawyers that were stealing, the ecosystem that they designed to steal all this money from him. And the moment he started investing.
Stop. Don, if you only came back when I Admit hit, how do you know who was stealing? Make this make sense. The only reason why Robert is in this shit is because of Don. Don came back in and started threatening managers, started threatening Robert's exes, and started creating an dissension and trying to make money off the Savages, off the Clarys, and anybody else he can extort, mainly make money off of Robert and do what he came to do, steal Robert Masters and try to liquidate him. But let's finish, because y'all gonna hear some interesting stuff. Take notes.
Investigating, they stealing, they planted landmines. So when you step out, boom, they go off into space. And that's not just talking about 5 or 6 people. I'm talking about every goddamn body. It was $900 million in the hole that should have been in his pocket where everybody stole from him. They gave him a weekly allowance, and that's what I investigated. So of course I'm gonna have enemies because these motherfuckers know I know shit about their dirt, and we're preparing for that when we get to court. Everybody's thinking we should be prepared for Johanna face. Fuck Johanna. She done done so much dirt in her years. Listen, I can oppose her in 10 seconds, and this shit would be over with. There's some motherfuckers like Cheryl Mack and a whole bunch of other names that don't nobody know exist in his life.
Do that make sense of what you're hearing? He's name dropping. And everybody that he name dropped, the feds go do what? Pick up, right? So if you're not an informant, then what are you? Let's make this make sense. Let's continue.
And Barry Hankerson and goddamn Linda and goddamn Joan and Diane and Cash don't know anybody looking at them folks. Those are the ones that need to be under scrutiny and investigation right now. Fuck a DanaJay, fuck a Johanna Pace, they ain't done nothing.
Stop. You said fuck a DanaJay, fuck a Johanna Pace, they ain't do nothing. So why you go put this whole mainstream lie out on me? So if he telling y'all that I didn't do nothing, it makes you believe that they're attacking Dana because evidently what Dana is saying is stopping their bag. Keith, stand strong. Don't give up. Nothing. Rob, do not take Keith off of power of attorney.
We can get them out the way real easy. What about the ones who stole? Man, it seemed as if he was doing all this crooked shit and just to get out of, just to throw him under the bus so he couldn't come after them. That's what we're dealing with right now. So Dana don't know shit about none of that shit, so he needs to stop. He can tell us about these hoes.
It's quite funny that I don't know nothing about none of that, so I need to stop. But I've been bringing you nothing but real truth about all of that. And everything that I've been saying has been coming true. Even from Heather Williams, which is hot water. All has been true. But watch how he separated, though. He said, DanaJay can tell you about these holes all day. But I thought I wasn't around none of it. Wait, let's take it back. How can I tell you about the holes all day if I don't know R. Kelly? Make it make sense. You got to know the man to talk about the holes, right? Which brings me fast forward. We all know Robert don't talk like that, but in the letters, he says the holes, which I'm telling you, who have you heard talk like that? Don who? That's how I can attack the credibility of the letters.
Just to throw him under the bus so he could come after them. That's what's going. That's what we're dealing with right now. So Dana don't know shit about none of that shit. So he needs to stop. He can tell us about these hoes all day long. All he's doing is distracting people from the real folks that have wronged this man and put him in that situation. And I wasn't one of them. I just came around the man a year and a half ago. The dirt had been done already.
So how do you know that they did so much damage if you only came around a year ago? And in them letters, why is Robert referring to Drea and the females as hoes? The same thing that you refer to them as hoes, but we always heard Robert handle himself with class. And one thing about it, Robert ain't gonna be an oxymoron and do something crazy. If he got on me about calling female hoes and bitches, why would he turn around and do it? That's not setting a good example. So now you're saying Robert is bipolar? Oh no, I'm sorry. He just want to get his story out.
I mean, stop with that shit. Like, I came to help this guy. I've known him since our childhood years.
Hey, so
I see off this man today. I spent over $100 grand that I definitely can show. And if you Google my ass, you can see that I've got a background where it's possible. I've done good things in Hollywood. My family owns a chain of restaurants. I own a tech company, president and CEO. We fixed $3 million a couple of years ago for that tech company. So what am I doing but bringing my resources to the table to help this man? And people like Dana that's throwing shade on that, they're not helping him. They're not helping that man by doing that shit. Rob told Green, I'm going to switch to Greenberg real quick. Rob told Greenberg, and I'll tell you the interview was after his fucking phone, and it's funny, he after his phone, but Dana, but not me.
Oh, listen to the jealousy. Rob told Greenberg, but Greenberg won't answer his phone. But Greenberg answers his phone for Dana, but not for me. Hold on, let us go back and listen. One stink puss, listen.
Dana that's throwing shade on that, they're not helping him. They're not helping that man by doing that shit. Rob told Green, I'm going to switch to Greenberg real quick. Rob told Greenberg, and I'll tell you the interview was after his fucking phone, and it's funny, he after his phone for Dana, but not me. He took us in the studio in the back booth, me and you, Greenberg, and said, Greenberg, work with Don. He's got the shit that you need to free me in this case. But this was when the case was a lot lesser.
So with that being said, Don just said Rob took Greenberg and Don in the back office, allegedly, and said, Don got the stuff to free me for this case. Use what he got, Greenberg. But then you came back and exonerated Greenberg by saying that's when the case was a lot lesser. So therefore, it's safe to say to us real thinkers that you didn't have the paperwork to free Rob. And the only reason why you saying that shit is to get people on your good side. And because you waver in monetary gain in front of people's faces from the masters that you stole, that you're trying to liquidate, people are shutting up and turning a blind eye to the bullshit that you do. But hey, shine a light on me, because I'm the victim, because I'm coming after you, boy. That's what it is.
This one was lesser charges. This other shit that became federal and all that. Rob let down Greenberg for that shit. Matter of fact, Greenberg was brought to Rob by Nicole, who had the Bill Cosby case. She couldn't do it, so he stepped his ass in when it was lesser charges. He's not equipped to handle these motherfucking charges that I just robbed, which is why I brought in Melvin off of that shit. And nobody else did. I flew out to California, met the man, brought him here twice, met him here, never said anything about the shit, because Rob needs that level of attorney to put a blanket on this shit. He needs Andrew Wyatt, that level of a PR specialist to come in and blanket and control the fucking press. That's what he needs. Not these low-level motherfuckers who ain't never had a dog fight at the top of the mountain. They can't even breathe with this shit. So for them to keep going out here and first of all, none of these motherfuckers get along. They don't communicate. Doug doesn't communicate with fucking Greenberg. Greenberg don't communicate with Ray. Ray don't communicate with nobody. Nicole, all them motherfuckers are long range just trying to.
Check this out. If I was the feds and I heard this, you know what would have came to my mind? This is an easy case. That's all we got to do is keep them confused. Since none of them talk via this man, we can pick them apart one by one.
Trying to sling bullets and get pressed and shit for their own good. They're not helping that man. And if this will cause them to do it, then guess what? Bring y'all ass together, have some strategy sessions. Hey, listen, if I had some fucking information that was valuable to winning this case, I would hear him out. But Rob told that motherfucker to talk to me, and he won't do it. Why? Why is it that he won't sit down and...
Oh, Don, this is a power struggle. You want to feel like you the big dog. You want to feel like you this, you that. Why? You already said it. Because you want 10 to 20% of what you put into this. I get it.
The information that I have that nobody focused in on. We don't want the world to know. I just want them to know. We're not trying to let the other side know about what we've come up with that will help defend this man. I want him to have it so he can use it to defend this man. And if he decides it's no good, that's fine too. But Ralph asked that motherfucker to do that shit. And he still to this day will not fucking come out there and throw shots in the dark and shit that we did. If you want to know who ended Ralph's motherfucking tax problem, my mother did that shit.
Well, if your mother relieved tax problems for Rob, why do he owe $3 million to the IRS? Let's finish.
Eliminated those tax problems from him. He's not going to have no issues with the IRS now.
He got issues with the IRS now.
Nobody else come up and tell you the process that we took him to eliminate them fucking problems. I guarantee you,
those problems were not eliminated.
They can't show you the signatures, the passports, the driver's license, all that shit that I have in my possession.
Ho! Wait a minute. Pay attention. Pay attention to the money grab.
Shots in the dark and shit that we did. If you want to know who ended Rob's motherfucking tax problem, my mother did that shit. We eliminated those tax problems from him. He's not going to have no issues with the IRS now. Can't nobody else come up and tell you the process that we took him to eliminate them fucking problems. I guarantee you they can't show you the signatures, the passports, the driver's license, all that shit that I have in my possession. It's Tony portal. It's Tony contract. I have all of that shit. And I'm not leaked any of it because you know what? I want it to go into the hands of the right person. Not these low-life motherfuckers who are trying to touch, do books, stay in front of a fucking camera or microphone at his expense.
Okay. Since you throwing darts, brother, you already just said that you got the passports, the signatures, and all that. Can somebody answer this question? How did a copy of Robert's passport, signature, and everything pop up on YouTube? Pay attention. Hello, dear fan. Please be watchful. I've got several complaints from fans all around the globe. The rate of imposition with my name in recent days is extremely high and unhealthy. My appeal to you all, please stay away from profiles claiming to be me. Kindly block and report together. We can shun this act. Keep being an awesome fan. Much love, R. Kelly. Watch out, watch out, watch out. April the 19th, 3:44 p.m. Wasn't he locked up April 19th, 3:44 p.m.? I'm going to take it a step further. Shoot, are they gonna let me open it? From the supposed to be R. Kelly. Hold on. From the supposed to be R. Kelly. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna have to go eat live. From the supposed to be R. Kelly. Hello, beautiful. Hello, Miss Vanna. And I read this to y'all before. Showing how many times he done called Vanna and everything. And see, now I'm gonna go there. The only reason why he's picking people that I talk to or close to me is so when it go left, it'll make it look like the people that's around me or myself is doing harm to Robert and collecting funds for Robert. But I'm glad Vanna didn't bite for this. She let me know what was going on and we planned this together to keep him talking. So you said, okay, baby. She said, okay, baby, I will send the money as soon as I get off. But I told her to sweet talk. Don Russell Kelly said, okay, Vanna, notify me when you sent it. She said, okay. Hold on. Baby. And Vanna said, baby, because those people are trying to contact me and acting like they fighting for you. So do you trust any of those people? And are they to be trusted? Listen, I told her to ask about me and June Barrett. His response, please cut them all. I don't know them. I don't send anyone to you. Okay, baby, watch this. This is how you know this totally dumb. Because he said that he don't send nobody to her, right? So watch this. She said, are you there? He said, I'm here. Okay, are you going to answer the questions, baby? Because those people are trying to contact me. And that's when he said, please cut them off. And the messages are not in order. Just to let y'all know. She said, are they to be trusted? Question. Or what about Sharon Wimbush and Dr. Rogers? Are they to be trusted? They all claim to be fighting to get you free. Are they to be trusted? I purposely told her to say that. Because these are people who have affiliations with them. So she said, so stay away from DanaJay and June Bennett. Why? What do he mean by that? And I want to know so you can spread the word. Do you know Daboski or DJ Tyson? What about a man named Levi? All of this is under my direction. Talk to me, baby. I need to know who to trust and who to stay away from. Don said, please stay away from them. Don't go and trust anyone. I have my point of staying this. I'm the one facing the battle. And then she said, so stay away from DanaJay and June Bennett. Meaning to say June Barrett. Then she said, Dana is fighting to get you free. He fight every day to get you free. I'm not sure about that June Bennett though. Talk to me, baby. I need to know who to trust and who to stay away from. And he said, understand why I want to be free. And that's when she said, okay, I'm confused, baby. So is DanaJay to be trusted because he is fighting hard for you to help get you free? Is June Bennett to be trusted at all? She's sticking to the point. Listen, I know they fighting for me. You should understand why I want to be free. Then she said, I'm confused, baby. So is DanaJay to be trusted? There you go. Stay with the fight. When you stay with the fight, the person got to answer sooner or later. And then he said, I hope you can understand, Vanna. So Vanna said, did you cut June off or just Dana or both of them are cut off? Because Dana fighting hard for you every day. He said, I thought as much. So wait a minute. Now we see where the whole narrative of Rob cut me off at. And then he said, I realize they are working against me. I hope you can understand, Vanna. Now you understand where the whole R. Kelly cut Dana off and all that lie come from. Stay away from those people. I've cut many people off, Vanna. Vanna said, okay, baby, why did you cut them off? Question, just asking. And then she correctly said, Miss June Barrett, is there any people I should stay away from that claims to know you or claims to help you? Who are the ones I can trust? And then she went on with that. Jesus Christ. Then she said, today, let me know when you send it, Vanna, okay? And then she said, have you talked to your mentee, DanaJay? I just want to let you know that they formed a coup against him to get him out the way. Do you know who Miss June Barrett? Stay with the narrative. Okay, baby, I got you. Listen to what he said. The one I know, she's an actress. That's a throw off point. Because he didn't want to let her know that that's his mama. So she said, are you sure they are treating you right in there? So then he said, go to Weather the Storm CEO. So what I want everybody to do is go to your Cash App, right? Go to your Cash App. When you go to the Cash App, go to the screen that looks like this. It's supposed to be a green screen that got the 0. Press 1, and then press pay. Where it say 2, put $, capital W, EATHER, capital S, TORM, all caps, CEO. And tell me what name comes up. Put it in the chat. Is this what y'all get? Denitra Pearsall? Is that what y'all get? Prima said if they wasn't against Dana, they wouldn't know the Savages implicated June and Dawn long before YouTube. Facts. But is that what y'all get? Do y'all get Denitra Pearsall? Is that what y'all get? Now, ask yourself this question. Ask yourself this question. Where do that name sound so familiar from? You only see Denitra Pearsall and Sylvia or Dubowski chat. Denitra Pearsall came out recently and said Sylvia was the only one to reach out to her from Atlanta. So if Don is acting like R. Kelly behind the scenes on Hangouts and everything on the back scenes, right? If that's what Don is doing, why is Sylvia reaching out to Denitra Pearsall if she's the collection point for Don Russell? Unless they all into this stuff together. Scammer of a feather, they do what, motherfucker? They block together and they rock together. Make it make sense. This is why they hate me. This is why I'm hot. And then it only gets better. Because Don tried to implicate me and Will as putting a hit out on him. For what? So now that y'all know at least that much, right? Now that y'all know at least that much, we can all laugh at this right here.
Jasmine. Yeah, Jasmine. Jasmine came in on a bus and she looked young. And so she was trying to get.
How do you know Jasmine looked young and you wasn't even there? Hell, when she went to the goddamn gym by herself, I wasn't there. Cash paid for her Uber. Sylvia gave the address. And Don met her at the door.
Into the basketball, go to the gym or whatever the situation was. Don told her, it doesn't look good, it doesn't look right, and you need to leave.
Let's stop here. Let's stop here. With Don's background of sleeping and raping underage females, he offered to take her to the Greyhound station and give her some money, which probably entitled, if she would have took it, he probably would have tried to fuck her before she left, not knowing that she was overage. Let's finish.
Because he felt like she was young. And he told Robert this as well. But you know how Robert is when it comes down to his fans. He wants to, be around his fans. And then when they found out that Cash Jones was speaking to this girl, it really became a problem. And so that's when DanaJay and Don Russell had this issue when they had all this stuff going on at the gym.
Lie. But I'm gonna let you continue telling it because a lie don't give a fuck who lips it come out of.
Okay. So when Don came onto my channel and we were talking, he was showing proof that Robert fights this, and he was letting people know these people were stealing. And in the middle of it, before Robert was locked up, 2 weeks before Robert was locked up, they were in the middle of getting a whole lot of damn people in some shit because they stole from Robert. All of them.
You're lying. The person that got Robert royalties going to Robert, the person that was helping Robert track down everybody was Kip. And the only reason why I'm going to say it and put it out there, because Don don't have the paperwork. Kip knew Robert's old lawyer from LA that passed away, and that lawyer made sure Kip had the briefcase to help Robert with any of his contractual paperwork. Can Don show that? Kip can, but can Don can't show it? Actually, Kip done showed it.
Came up with showing, follow the money, follow the money. Okay, why we're not talking about James Mason? James Mason stole $70,000 from Robert, and the proof was shown to Robert about James Mason, and James Mason set that concert up with Lifetime.
No, Don set the concert up with Lifetime. And you saying that James Mason stole 70,000? Okay, let's just be the identity guy. Okay, James Mason stole 70,000. Don stole 5 million, and then turned around and took a 500,000. But you're not addressing it.
Robert did not find out about it till the last minute when they was going over his paperwork, and Don Russell and his mother showed Robert, hey, you see the person that's doing your concert, sponsoring your concert, Lifetime. And Robert did it because they were already, canceling his concert and he needed the money, so he went anyway.
But Don set that up though, because Don told Robert that he can get him a concert, and that was during the time that they were censoring his concert. So what are you talking about?
That's when all that stuff went down with those Clary people. Okay. And then let's talk about.
That's not when all the stuff went down to 30 people, because if you tell the truth about it, Don made a deal with Tim and Angelo. It's audio of that. That's how Tim and Angelo can call TMZ and break a story, thanks to Don.
About this. Why, if these people saying that they for Robert and they felt like Don was doing a little too much, why they didn't call Don like, Don, just chill, it's not good. But when he was on there showing the information, everybody was like, thank you for putting the truth out.
Everybody was not doing that. Y'all that follow him was doing that. Everybody else was like, how stupid can you fucking be? Just like that interview. Nobody authorized him to do that interview when he said Robert was hypersexual, but he's the pedophile. Make it make sense.
We see Robert was trying to fight these allegations and things like that. But then when they trying to get the paperwork and he cut them off, then it becomes a problem. Okay. And then when he's not kissing their ass, it becomes a problem. Okay. And I told Don, be careful who you talk to, because these are some dirty snakes and you need to know who you speaking to. Okay. And
what if I tell you that I could tell you for almost sure, but I didn't hear it from R. Kelly's voice or his mouth, that he verbally asked Don for his stuff back.
No, the hell he didn't. No, the hell he didn't.
At that point, Choke was supposed to put her off of his channel because he got the text message from Sean Harris that confirms that Robert said he want his shit back from R. Kelly. So now that we know that he's not doing that, how the hell do you expect us to believe the people who don't know, but they know how Robert talked from looking at videos and stuff, and the people that do know how Robert talked and the people that knows him? How are you supposed to get everybody to believe that the letters that you're reading are for Robert's words, noun day, when these letters are attached to Don Russell, Texas Black Diamond, Sylvia, Dabowski, when all of them are co-signing for the bullshit? You can't expect people to believe that shit. And Keith even said he don't know if Robert wrote the letters. So I had to get confirmation. Those letters are from 2002 when he got extradited from Florida to Chicago. And he was documenting the first time that he had ever been locked up before. And those were the same words that you uttered, Choke. This is my first time being locked up. I didn't know nothing about a shoe. When Robert got locked up the third time, he know about the shoe. The second time, he know about the shoe. Come on, man. That's why I told you, that's bullshit. Robert didn't authorize that shit, man. Well, let's finish.
Matter of fact, okay.
Hold up. Why don't you believe that?
I know for a fact.
Why?
Okay.
Because
I know for a fact. Okay.
Calm down.
You want to speak? I'm calm.
How do you?
At this time, it's now 8:41 on that time. She said, I know for a fact. Do you want to see? Look who she's calling. Pay attention.
You know that for a fact.
I have Don on the phone if you want to speak to him.
I do. Matter of fact, give him the link. Tell him to come on.
You want to come on the link, or you want to just stay on the phone?
Now, I'm going to pause that again. I'm going to come out of there. When a person have a habitual habit, you know the habit. This is why I said thank you to her. Read what she said on Choke No Joke channel after Choke done drunk the juice. She said on the phone now, it has been confirmed that Robert gave the attorney the okay for his story to be told by Choke. They want it on it. It's his story, old and new. They say, who am I to say different? 7:31 p.m. One thing for sure, two things for certain. I should have been the PI because I'm gonna get down to it. Whether you like the results or not, I'm gonna get down to the bottom of it. But let's finish because we're about to end this because I'm pretty much done.
Driving right now, but I did send you a request to come on to set the record straight. I know you had Sharon on there spewing her bullshit the other day.
Yeah, tell me, just send him the link. He ain't got to come
He's
on.
driving. He said he's driving right now, so that's why he called.
All right, well, put him closer to the.
So Don Russell can come on and disrespect women, right? Pay attention to his minion. Look at how his minion is reacting.
Microphone.
Okay, go ahead.
Go ahead, Don. You can speak.
I'd love to come on and balance the playing field. You had one side of it coming from somebody who's a renowned stalker, which is Mrs. Bush. I'd like to go on and set the record straight with your platform. You see, I went on Tasha K. Tasha K came to the city and she did the research and she looked at the paperwork to present, and that's why Tasha let me on her platform. It had nothing to do with her apologizing to me because she felt bad. She did the research and she went on and did a public apology because she saw everything that we presented to her. So I mean, I'd like the opportunity to talk to your audience. You gave Ms. Winbush some airtime the other day. She spewed a lot of bullshit, tarnishing my character. Somebody broke in my mother's house behind that shit too.
So now, what Sharon said, somebody broke into his mother's house. So when somebody bring out some heat on Don, something get broke into, whether it's his car in California or his mama house where he stay at. Come on, people, make this shit make sense. When you know what, as Prince say, when is Doves going for cry?
Been doing. So I'd like to be able to set the record straight because people are coming and attacking me because of these people are lying and putting all this shit out here about me and stuff like that. And all I've really been in this whole thing to do is help Rob out. I don't care what nobody say, whatever be the case, but I do like to set the record straight on certain things that were said, and I've got receipts that I will drop while I'm there. You know, and the other thing is you'll see my face. I'll physically come on there so you can do a face-to-face with me, a digital face-to-face, and not talk to a goddamn flower or something, or a meme or whatever. So if you like to set that up, I'll be very open to doing that. You can ask me whatever questions you want up under the sun. I'll answer it.
All right, cool. You on Instagram or anything?
I sent you something on Instagram. I sent you something on Twitter. You can reach me on Facebook.
All right, if you send me something on Instagram, if you send me something on Instagram, I'll get that.
Send it to Texas and she'll send it to me. Send her the contact information and she'll forward it to me.
Okay, no problem.
So I get it. Texas, to be determined is Don Russell's secretary / whatever. But I get it. I get it. But I want to fast forward this. Hold on.
Larry McGee said that we was a terrorist group, and he was a man that worked with the government at the time. He used his resources while working for the government to dox people and send in information. Prior to Don Russell.
So time out. Daboski, how many people have you doxed? How many people have you terrorized? How many people have you threatened? Make this make sense.
Leaving my show, he was indicted on your show. He had just came off of mine. Now, I want to respectfully say that you are 20 million trillion 1,000% correct when you say that R. Kelly supporters sent information in on Don Russell, which once again go back to what I was telling Choke, that one man is not an enterprise. The government tried to fill in this indictment with Don Russell and two John Does. When these people was on the internet encouraging people to send stuff to the prosecutor's office and send stuff to the DAs that was on R. Kelly's cases and having R. Kelly defense fund on their stuff, I'm R. Kelly friend. He's my mentor. All this stuff was really taking place. This is not something that you are just making up, but can you please elaborate for the people?
So how many times have you said to send stuff to the courthouse because you said I recorded the court status hearing? How many times have you said send stuff to different people? How many times have you doxed people that I don't even like anymore? So don't try to make it seem like your fucking hands are clean. Just because you scared other motherfuckers talking about, but that shit don't scare everybody. I looked you in your eyes, nigga. I know what you made of. Let's finish.
Who don't even know. It's a lot of people that don't know what you're talking about.
I'm speaking on DanaJay, and DanaJay can get on here and
God damn, I'm not nowhere near the shit. But then when I show up, I'm the devil, I'm a liar, let's listen to this picture.
lie all he wants to, because DanaJay, I have the recording, okay? I have the recordings of you bragging, talking about we did it. And damn right, I had that motherfucker locked, indicted and stuff. He was bragging on it. I'm like, wait a minute. What?
Listen, and I'm going to do it again when they lock his ass up again. Fuck Don Russell and fuck you.
What the hell is going on here?
Another question, Texas Black Diamond. Do you recall before Don Russell was ever charged with calling in a bomb threat or doxing a federal witness? Where was the first place that you heard this before seeing it in the federal indictment?
I heard it from Larry and I heard it from DanaJay.
And that's how stupid y'all motherfuckers are. Because it was on Pacer way before y'all motherfuckers even knew what a fucking Pacer was. If it wasn't for Larry telling y'all where he was getting the documents from, nobody would have knew about Pacer. So here's my question again. If he'd been indicted since 2018 and it's been under seal, and they just opened it up in 2020, how was I able to read anything before they unsealed it? Make it make sense. That's why I say I can't fuck with the stupid crew. They stupid motherfuckers.
And how long after hearing this from those individuals did you see it in the federal indictment?
I can't recall because I don't have the paperwork, but I was like, this is so strange because Larry would speak on something. As a matter of fact, Angelo said it too. That fat motherfucker needs to sit down somewhere because his motherfucking ass is in an indictment.
Now, do you recall Don Russell making reference that R. Kelly has slept with the wife of Angelo Clary?
I remember that, but I never speak on it because I didn't have no proof on it.
Okay. You remember it. That wasn't a question that he asked you. He said, do you recall it? He ain't asked you if you spoke on it. He said, do you recall it? Make this shit make sense. But then I'm just lost. So Debo is now Choke No Joke co-host? Boy, you got the slow and the crackhead co-host of the show. God damn.
Do you recall Tim Savage, his wife, having their daughters model in lingerie in their boutique?
Yes. A matter of fact.
How do you know and you wasn't there? How do you know what happened? Because see, I'm about to break out some more receipts. I'm about to break out a full-blown argument. But I'm going to say that for the month.
They took the pictures down. I had a bunch of pictures. And matter of fact, the attorney that put the cease and desist together had all this information showing where Tim Savage and his family engaging, you know, on the tour bus with Robert. So it was like proof showing that people are not kidnapped.
Who did Tim Savage and Joycelyn Savage have?
I can't listen to no more of the stupidity shit. That's stupid.
me that Will Eady was not a man to trust around women. And then to find out, not from Don Russ.
And the crazy part is Will done told this man to keep his name out of his mouth, and he's still antagonizing. That's crazy, yo. I don't understand these niggas, man.
But from his sister, that she actually was in a relationship with some kind.
Doors. And out of respect to Robert and his privacy, I said nothing. Now, when Don came on your channel, TBD, with the theft of the thing in the back of his car, that's when
Wait a minute, hold the fuck up. Wait a minute. Did I just see what I think I just saw?
Short of Robert telling me, his lawyers telling me is as good as Robert telling me. And it was consistent with what Keith had said. I didn't go public even after I told Keith. I didn't go public even after I told the lawyers. I never said anything publicly because it's something that was being taken care of behind closed doors. And out of respect to Robert and his privacy, I said nothing. Now, when Don came on your channel, TBD.
Hold the hell up. He clicked the screen off, but his screensaver is of Larry? What the fuck? Hold the hell up. Hold up. He clicks his screen off, and his screensaver is of Larry. Do y'all see this? Dabowski clicks his screen off, but his screensaver is of Larry. Unless Dabowski and Larry have some sort of friendship. But you're trying to throw me under the bus and you have a whole screensaver. Well, I'll be damned.
With the theft of the thing in the back of his car, that's when I spoke. That is the first time I came out because I knew what was really going on behind the scenes. I know that Keith has said he's asked for the stuff back. The lawyers have said they've asked for the material back. So, yes, Keith, you know, do I know that Keith was at Don's house?
Damn.
Yes. Don told me that. The mother told me that. Bruce told me that. I don't know what they discussed. I was not there. Is it plausible that Keith said whatever Don said he said? It's absolutely plausible. But at the point that
Hey,
Keith
Victoria.
said return the
This
items,
shit crazy.
that's when you return the items.
This shit crazy.
So Keith said he told Santee and he told Don on numerous occasions, return the items. Let's say Don is telling the truth. They had a meeting, they had a powwow, they came up with a strategy session. We're going to do this to help Robert.
Say this.
Nobody was at the table. If you say that happened, I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. That happened. At the point that Keith said, return the items, why weren't they returned? According to Keith, he asked several times.
Damn.
If I don't care what we got going on, if I've got some shit, you're the person with the power of attorney. You tell me to return the stuff. I have an obligation to return the stuff. It's not mine. At the point that the lawyer said return it, you have an obligation to return it. That's indisputable. So back to the Larry situation. I knew these things were going on behind the scenes. I did a video and everybody rallied to support.
Got you. All right. Dawn's here now. Hold on. Let me see. Let me get DanaJay real quick.
Listen to the questions. Listen to the response.
And then I'll bring Dawn on. Dana, I'm you. Go ahead.
This how it should have been day one. This how it should have been.
Hey, listen, before you get started, do not disrespect no women on my platform. Do not call
so why am I the only one to get a disclaimer? Don disrespected Sharon.
Call them no B words. You can say whatever you want, as passionate as you want, but do not disrespect these women, brother. You can. I know she took shots at you, but you keep it respectful with your language, brother. All right, go ahead.
All right, yo, this your platform. I'ma respect your platform. So I'm gonna say this. I was the first one to bring out the whole thing about Don taking Rob's stuff. At the end of the day, I don't know nothing about no Keith and Don conversations. I know I've talked to Keith all the time. I talk to Bobby all the time. And let's clear up some things. Bobby ain't never take nothing from no Mayweather sister. That's a lie that this lady has told. Secondly, it has been confirmed by people. It has been confirmed by the people that run Lifetime that Don Russell was the one and behind the screen on Surviving R. Kelly. I let that go. But my thing was, I said, okay, Don has done a lot. You can't sit back and say, oh, I'm R. Kelly's friend and we street perform together. How? Don, matter of fact, Robert is 8 years older than Don. So when Robert and was street performing, Don was still a kid. Make that make sense. At the end of the day, Don came back in contact with Robert because he called Santee, and that's true. But they met up at a gym. I'm calling facts. I seen Don 3 times at the gym. Matter of fact, each time Don tried to speak to Robert, Robert said, yo, shut the fuck up. Don't say shit to me. I don't fuck with you, Don. 3 times, not once, not twice, but 3 times. Okay, secondly, I'm going to go here. I know that Don took the stuff in the U-Haul, and I was the first one to say it, and everybody came out and attacked me like, Dana, and you don't know what you're talking about. I know the girl who gave me the footage, and I was told, don't put it out because we don't want nothing to happen, and we don't want none of Rob's stuff gone. Okay, when I talked to Rob himself, Rob said, I didn't give nobody nothing. So now, and we get into this whole thing that, oh, Don is for Robert. Don is for Robert. And I told Don this at the gym. I said, if you for Robert, why did you do fucked up shit? Don looked at the floor and walked away. Okay, here's my thing. You can't be for me if you're calling in gun threats. And you can't say you didn't because you're on wiretap. Second thing is this. You can't be for me if you're trying to extort Faith. And you know she in indictment and shit. Why would you do that? And you can't be for me if I was Rob. If you got your mother that's trying to be a notary that's not a notary, signing shit and sending it to the fucking lawyers. Get this, man, make this shit make sense. And then Texas Black Diamond, let's go here and let's do this. Since you want to lie, Texas Black Diamond, I'm not the one that sent the Fed shit. Sylvia was the one that found Don Russell's mama and called them people faking like she was part of the Feds. And then that's how we all found out that she wasn't a notary. I'm not the one that went and got the videotape and sent it to Doug Anton. I told everybody to send it to me because I was going to package it and send it to him. But no, everybody wanted to jump the gun. So when you talk facts, make your facts logical. Make it be real. At the end of the day, I said it earlier and I say it again. Me and Don ain't have a problem until this whole U-Haul shit that I got. And then that's when shit took a turn for the worse. At the end of the day, when I came in and I seen Don and me and Will was supposed to play for $500, I opened the door. I said, Don, is Will here? Nah, yo, Will ain't no motherfucking here. I said, yo, you fucking lying to me. Yo, you right there fucking, but he right there fucking behind you. Don hung his head, went and sat down, put on his shit, said something to Robert, walked out the door. Another lie Don talking about, Robert talking about, oh, he was changing his clothes, but then Dana was in there. Yo, it was like 30 of us in there. And when he changed his clothes, I came out, nigga. So while you going over there lying and shit, let's make this shit make sense, bro. I asked you,
hold
Don.
on for a second. You said a lie. Hold on. Let him address some of that. I'm gonna let Don address some of that. All right, hold on. Let him address some of that. Go ahead, Don. Turn your sound down. Hold on.
First of all, I don't know who the fuck he's talking about. I'm not gonna address any of that because he's a clown.
So if I'm a clown, how come you can't address nothing that I said? Let's listen.
I'm not gonna address any of that because he's a clown. And for me to address that would be like stooping down to the level of a clown to talk baboon talk. And I don't talk baboon talk. So I'm not gonna address any of that because all of that's bullshit.
All of it's bullshit. But you heard Texas Black Diamond tell a false narrative about what happened. I said and what happened in front of the nigga, and you won't address it.
He has a very he's an actor. He's really good at what he does. So I'm gonna leave that to what he do, and I'm not gonna address it because getting a cat fight with cats and
I'm not gonna play no more choke shit. Because I get mad every time I look at this shit. I really get mad every time I look at this shit. But I'm just gonna leave this point right here. This is the last little clip that I'm gonna play. Take a look at this.
You said you let him take a picture with it. You pulled it out a pillowcase with a bunch of other shit that you had in there.
I know the Boski's a lying motherfucker. I had this right here. This water still sitting in my house to this day, and it's gonna sit here. That's one. That's the other one, and that's a picture of my brother. That's it. That's all I got as far as memorabilia. Rob gave me a watch. I recently gave that to Kerry because Kerry didn't have shit of his own brother, so I gave it to Kerry and said, "Man, this is from your brother. Keep it." It was a real expensive.
So if you gave the watch to Kerry, how did Angelo steal it? I keep telling you, yo, these frauds all hang together.
It's a fucking watch. I gave it to Kerry, and that was it. But I ain't got no bag full of shit. I got masters in music. The masters can't fit in no fucking bag. It takes a truck to move them, and the music is on the drive. So I don't know what the fuck else the Boski's talking about. He's lying. But go ahead.
But he had a picture with it. You let him take a picture with it?
I just showed him the pictures right there.
Yeah. Because some people were saying
that. I'm not denying that. I'm not denying that I got those.
He buried it in his backyard.
They was at the warehouse when we took the fucking stuff out of there, and I said, I'm gonna just keep 2 of these as a keepsake. So what, man? I didn't steal shit. I had permission to be in there. Robert.
Permission from who? Santee? Santee can't give you permission to be in Rob's warehouse. Brian Nick can't give you permission to go to Rob's warehouse. Rob ain't give it to you, so who you had permission from?
I had permission to be in there. Rob is locked the fuck up. All that shit we were talking about putting it on auction sites to raise money for his defense. So,
well, there you go. Now you know how Rob shit got on eBay. And for y'all that's coming in late, what's up? But here you go again.
Rob is locked the fuck up. All that shit we were talking about putting it on auction sites to raise money for his defense. So what the fuck is the problem? I mean, nobody's saying that I stole shit but knuckleheads. Keith is the one that was in there with me. Trust me, he got a ton of shit too. So cut all that shit out about somebody stole something. We were tasked to handle certain things after he got fucked up, and that's what we're doing. There's no chance that I got his intellectual property and Keith got his power of attorney. You don't give everything to one person. If I get caught and I got power of attorney and intellectual property, mission fucked up.
What's the mission? Why do it gotta be a mission? Why can't it just be everybody coming together to vindicate for Robert? And Keith said you was a liar.
But as long as one of us are good, mission straight. Period.
Right. You don't feel like you violated when you said the nigga had when you say he had a couple of sex tapes or sex videos. You're like, yeah, he fucking, he fucking. So you ain't feel violated seeing this nigga fucking?
What'd you say?
I said you didn't feel like you was violating his privacy watching him fuck in them sex videos?
Nigga, he had a sex tape on fucking for sale on the internet. How the fuck am I violating it with people?
That just sealed Robert fate in Chicago. But Texas Black Diamond, you said Dana is going on the internet doing incriminating shit. You just sealed that man fate in Chicago, Don. So why nobody talking about it?
Watching them pissing on bitches and shit. Come on now. Whatever the fuck happened with that shit.
That shit ain't public.
Yes, they took that shit out. I was selling them shit in Jewtown around here. Come on, man. Cut that shit out. It's like Rob goes on tour every day and puts his ass and his dick and everything in front of people, in front of millions of people. And me saying that's a problem? He in videos talking about fucking and second and fucking 5 or 6 bitches, and me saying that is a problem? Come on, now let's be real with this shit. Don't just make it a problem because I said it.
Okay, can you say
He said it too, shit.
Can you say who you saw him fucking?
No, I didn't see him. What you mean? I saw the tapes with names and XXX on the motherfuckers. I didn't see no motherfucker. I don't sit there and watch this nigga fucking nobody. No, I don't watch porn, but not him.
That right there solidifies Robert case in Chicago. Everybody has maintained Robert innocence. Robert maintained his innocence. Rashana maintained his innocence. But this nigga just come out and say, oh, we all know Robert got a sex tape pissing on the bitch. But nobody want to talk about that. Check this out. Y'all could have been anywhere in the world, but y'all chose to hang with me. I appreciate y'all. Love every last one of y'all. If y'all want to donate, y'all see it at the bottom of the screen. You can donate to the Cash App, $ official DanaJay, or you can hit the bottom of the screen at the Super Chat. I love every last one of y'all. You don't have to be great to get started, but you have to get started to be great. Remember, elephants don't swat flies, jets fly over turbulence. Also remember, be someone important, be yourself. And until next time, DanaJay is always saying this right here.
Hey, yo, lesson here, babe. You come at the king, you best not miss.
If you want a social network that's for us, by us, determined by us, come on over to wegotupz.com, www.wegotupz.com. Tell them, Cube.
Yeah. What's up? This your homeboy Ice Cube. You know what it is, the West Coast boy.
Love you back. Love yourself.
Wizard. Don Mega is
love the Dream Team.
Check this out. I'm inviting you to join the official Black People Social Network. WeGotUps.com. That's WeGotUps.com. 100% Black owned, man. I see you here, boys. I see you. You out there doing it, man. And as we say in the Big 3 League, we got ups, baby. So WeGotUps.com. Check it out, man. You know what I mean? Obviously, Black people, we definitely need to socialize, get together, figure out this system we all going through. So, WeGotUps.com promises to be that place. Like I said, Black owned. Gotta love it. And, willing to make sure that you guys make a social connection. So WeGotUps.com, from your homeboy Ice Cube. Got to throw up the dub, for that. You know what I'm saying? And hey man, official Black People Social Network. I get it right. Don't worry about that. Just join, man. Join the official Black People Social Network. WeGotUps.com. WeGotUps.com, man. That's easy, man. We got ups, baby. We got ups. Your homeboy Ice Cube, and I'm out. Throwing up the dub, but we got ups, man. Check it out.
And when you come over, turn that blue gray when you come on a profile of official DanaJay. Can't wait to see you. Good night, everybody. I'm out. Let's go.
The boy never let me in, sick with the medicine. On the block, distributing right with the medicine. Haters don't like me, heard they wanna fight me. Teflon next chest, I bet you can't fight these. Man, cause I'm getting dope. Pillsbury ill flow. Niggas love to move slow. You sick of me, don't care though. Yes, I'm savage, out for the cabbage. Catch the boy armed up, full metal ounces. Yes, I'm ill, and yeah, I'm so real. Coward ass niggas coming home without an appeal. Damn, how this getting done. Tell me what's the outcome. Anybody wanna see me? Tell them where the fuck I'm from. Control homes, red rum. Yeah, we get the job done. Out trying to stack chips. Make these haters so sick. If they sick of that, then they really gon' be sick of this. Santa Claus Viper. Haters, Merry Christmas. What you gonna do now? Hope you're ready, cause I'm really about to put it